job in the Central Division with 40 points, 3 points out of first place. But this is a team that has struggled lately. Over the last 4 games, they've been outscored almost, in fact, a little over 2-1.
Well, 4 games, you've got 4 goals against and 2 goals for. Obviously, you've got some problems offensively, and you're letting that 1 goal too many in defensively. So the Lumberjacks, they do have a lot of offense, and got to look for something this weekend to break loose here.
The Lumberjacks hope that the Phoenix Roadrunners are going to be good medicine, but one of the problems that they've been faced, and it's not going to change tonight, is the lack of Derek Wilkinson. He's going to be out of the lineup again tonight. He has been so strong for the Jacks in goal, but without Derek Wilkinson, it's put Mike Tamburo on the spot. He's going to be there tonight again.
Well, Derek Wilkinson, no doubt, has been one of the major reasons why the Lumberjacks have been successful this year. Mike Tamburo is a fine young goaltender put into the hot spot. Not a lot of experience playing Division I college hockey and jumping in here now being your #1 goaltender. But I feel that Mike Tamburo can do the job. He plays well. He may let in that soft goal now and then, but I think the kid plays real well as long as he stands up at the top of the paint.
Holding the opposition down is one thing, but the Lumberjacks have to solve some of their own goal-scoring problems. They're going to look to Brad Lauer to try to continue to get that done. Lauer had a couple of goals on Monday at Indianapolis. Hopefully, if all goes well tonight, Lauer's going to be back in the line with rookie sensation Jan Hrdina. Hrdina's missed the last 6 games due to a knee injury. Bob, I'm told he's a little iffy just in his mental state of mind, and that may play into whether he plays tonight or not.
Well, it's amazing how Hrdina's absence from the lineup has affected this hockey club. Hrdina, at the beginning of the year, did not play all that much. And once he started playing on a regular basis, he became a factor. Now he's out of the lineup, and since he's been out of the lineup, the Lumberjacks have struggled offensively, and definitely Brad Lauer is a key to this hockey club. They need Brad in the lineup. I think they need him at left wing, not at center, but with Hrdina out, that's where coach has been playing him, at center.
Jacks 0-4-1 actually in the last 5 games. Maybe Phoenix is good medicine, but for a team that was the doormat of the league early on, this club has played a little bit better. 500 since Robbie Laird returned back behind the bench.
Well, again, Phoenix, they had been struggling, but they made that change with Rob Laird in, behind the bench. A team like Phoenix is a team that can sneak up on you, and with the Lumberjacks having their problems here, Phoenix probably is coming in pretty confident, so I would suggest that the Lumberjacks are going to have to get into this game and get into it early.
Who to look for as far as the Phoenix Roadrunners? Maybe this guy, Kenny McRae, a couple of goals against Fort Wayne in a victory on Tuesday. That was Phoenix's first road win in 10 road games, so McRae has led this team in scoring through most of the last several weeks. Mike DePasquale has joined us for the broadcast tonight. He's downstairs with assistant coach Perry Gancher. Mike?
Well, gentlemen, on paper, Phoenix is at the bottom of the Southwest Division, only winning 9 games and giving up 143 goals in 38 games. But according to Perry Gancher, who is with me as always, this is a team that's resurged a little bit lately, haven't they?
Yeah, they sure have, Mike. I mean, they've made a coaching change a little bit earlier in the year, and they've made some personnel moves. They're a much different hockey team right now. They're playing with a little more gumption out there, and with Robbie Laird, their coach, they play a little more physical and intense kind of game. So we're looking for a good, tough battle tonight.
It seems like a team like this would take advantage of the injury situation. Let's talk about the goalkeeping. Mike Tamburo, of course, will be in goal tonight, but some moves made today to make up for the lack of healthy goalkeepers.
Yeah, well, we have to sign Paul Craig to a 25-game tryout now, but with Derek Wilkinson still nursing a groin injury, we need a backup goaltender right now, and Mike's been here the longest, so he's getting the start, and he's done a good job for us, and we're going to look for a good effort out of him tonight.
Perry, this seems like a good situation to take advantage of, considering the Jacks have lost 5 straight, and even though Phoenix is on the rise, they still have only won 9 games.
Yeah, well, like I said, they're at the bottom of their division, looking to move up, and they're 9 points out of a playoff spot. And I mean, it's early in the year, it seems, but you got to start looking at teams ahead of you, and certainly us. I mean, we're by no means a shoe-in for the playoffs. We got to start moving up in our division and in the conference.
As always, Perry's best of luck tonight. And there you go, guys. Phoenix only winning 9 games, but a team on the rise, and the Jacks will have to look sharp tonight. Back upstairs, guys.
And this portion of tonight's game is brought to you by Continental Airlines, the official airline of the Cleveland Lumberjacks, with more non-stop flights from Cleveland than any other airline. It's the Jackson of Phoenix Roadrunners set to do battle here at Conn Arena. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with the opening face-off when we return on the Jacks Hockey Network. Back at Conn Arena, Tim Saunders along with Bob Whidden. The Lumberjacks of Phoenix Roadrunners about to get going. We are remiss in not having welcomed our Canadian listeners, our viewers from Canada on the TSN network, and we're glad you're with us. Here's a look at the starting goaltenders. Mike Tamburo for the Lumberjacks, and And going for the Phoenix Roadrunners, J.C. Bergeron, looking for his 5th win of the season.
This is a big start for Mike Tambura. Coach Rick Patterson wants to get the hockey club into his game early here. He needs this club rolling. He's got to go. And they're going to be driving to the net, Tim.
Here's a look at the officials. Ian Walsh is going to work the game tonight along with John Henneberg and Brian Wisner. The Lumberjacks are going to start with Brian Bonin up front, the Hobie Baker Award winner last year, the University of Minnesota. Eddie Patterson on the right wing, and longtime veteran Dave McConaughey on the left side. Phoenix wins the opening faceoff, and the game is underway now as Ruslan Peterson plays it off the boards deep in behind the Cleveland goal. And the Lumberjacks set up there. On the near side, it bounced away from Eddie Patterson. He's drilled along the boards. The Jacks got it to the line, but not out. And Ruslan Peterson got it up and deep into the zone. The Lumberjacks come out with it with Brian Bonnet. Right side, he got it to Eddie Patterson. Patterson throws it over into the left corner. Phoenix back to get it in their own zone. Now the Lumberjacks in behind the goal. Centering pass high on the slot. Here's Peter Allen with a shot knocked down in front. The loose puck controlled by the Lumberjacks. McConaughey tried to get it across to Brian Bonin. Bonin goes down. McConaughey centering pass, and Bonin just fanned down that. And then Phoenix is going to glove it all the way down the ice. Good scoring chance for the Jacks right off the bat. We're just underway here at Gund Arena. The Lumberjacks and the Roadrunners. Jacks 0-4-1 in the last 5. Phoenix has gone 2-2-1 in their last 5 games. Now here come the Roadrunners on the near side. Mark Astley tried to dump that into the Cleveland zone. Ian Moran knocked that down. Ian Moran got it ahead on the left side now. Brad Lauer at center ice fires it wide of the goal. Off the end boards, J.C. Bergeron left it there at his side of his own net. Tried to clear, kept it into the right point. And the shot by Ian Moran deflects into the far corner. Here comes Phoenix up the ice quickly now. Michel Majot on the move, carries into the zone, trying to go wide into the corner now. In behind the net, Phoenix with a quick pass out on the left side, and a shot knocked down in front. Tambura steers that into the corner far side. Checks that up the boards, and Phoenix gains control. Centering pass, and it was knocked off the stick. The Phoenix forward, that was Chris Marinucci. Now bounced out in front. Jack's got a piece of that. Centering pass to the side of the net. Phoenix keeping the pressure on. Quick shot and a save by Tamburo. Into the corner it goes into the far side. They try to dump it back out in front. Jan Hrdina broke that up, and here come the Jacks out at center ice. Brad Lauer on the move. On the left side, he got it over to Christian with a shot, and J.C. Bergeron deflected that away. In behind the goal now. Brad Lauer got it tied up in his skates. Christian into the corner. Side of the net, and Lauer put it right through the goal mouth as Bergeron got a pad on that. Bouncing puck in behind the goal now. And on the near side, the Lumberjacks gain control. Christian coming late, trying to get it to Corey Foster off the bench. And that trickles out to center ice. Jacks control now with Jim Pack. Pack carries it into the Phoenix zone. Into the right circle, pulls up there. Looking for help out in front. Dumped it there, and looking for the tip by Dave McElwain. Along the boards on the far side, Foster kept it in. Trying to get it on the near side. This is Lane Lambert. In behind the goal to McElwain. McElwain trying to pull away from a check. Back in the corner near side. Now at the circle with a shot. That was knocked down in front. And Phoenix with a chance to clear. They ice the puck all the way down the ice. This should be icing against the Roadrunners as Jim Pack comes back to touch. Get a look at our Dodge keys to the game, Bob. This is what Rick Patterson talks about as to what his team's got to get accomplished tonight.
Well, they have had a record lately of having little letdowns after they've scored a goal, and the other team's been able to come right back and score one against them. Hitting the net. The Lumberjacks haven't been scoring, so they've been pressing. Maybe trying to hit the net, maybe trying to pick the corners. The key here is, guys, shoot the puck, make the goaltender make the save, and of course, don't take these Roadrunners lightly, even looking at their record.
Yeah, Phoenix has won a league-low 9 games. They're 9-23-6. They have 17 points less than the Lumberjacks do at this point of the season. But no, you can't look past the Phoenix Roadrunners.
No, and with a coaching change, you got guys fighting for jobs here. They're going to come out firing, and for the rest of the year, this team could be a factor.
Shot from the point, knocked down by Bergeron. Loose puck out in front. Jacks can't find the handle yet. Now it squirts free, and here comes Phoenix on the attack. This is newly recalled Stefan Soulier, wearing number 9 for the Phoenix Roadrunners, called up from the East Coast Hockey League yesterday. And we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. Our Marymount scratches, Bob, you could make a pretty good lineup just on the names on the Lumberjacks side here.
There's some pretty good hockey players out of the lineups in both these hockey clubs, and both goaltenders, Derek Wilkinson and Jamie Storr.
Osborne out with a groin injury. Peter Klima is out. He has not skated in the last several days, and the Lumberjacks just didn't think he was able to go here tonight. And Bill Armstrong, a healthy scratch, as is Serge Aubin. The story with Stefan Bergfest, for those who are unfamiliar with Stefan Bergfest, is he had a tumor removed from the hearing nerve on the side of his head, and Stefan Bergfest has been out ever since. But apparently coming along quite nicely.
Yes, I've had an opportunity to talk to him, and he's got a great attitude, and he's taken it very well, and he expects, hopefully, by sometime in the next couple of months to do some heavy skating.
You saw a shot of Robbie Laird, the coach behind the Phoenix Roadrunners bench. coached for 2 straight years in Phoenix, and then was not behind the bench at the start of the year. But after Phoenix got off to such an awful start, he's been back there for the last 12 games. His team has played 500 hockey. Now in behind the Cleveland goal, Phoenix trying to pull it out in front. Dumped it there, and Tamburro had to make the save. He was sharp. On the near side, Jeff Christian with a chance to clear. Hitman's the puck left wing. Out at center ice. Now Lauer got it ahead to Jan Hrdina. Hrdina just failed to step by the Phoenix defender. And we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. I think this was knocked down by a high stick. We get a timeout on the ice here in the opening period. The Jacks and the Phoenix Roadrunners are scoreless here on the Jacks Hockey Network.
Hey, Annie.
Hi.
Love the hat.
Oh, I need it. It's a disaster. Look at my dandruff.
That's easy to take care of with the right shampoo. Here.
With ordinary shampoo, flakes can come back, but Head & Shoulders helps eliminate dandruff and stop flakes before they even start, so you may never see flakes again. And your hair.
My hair looks great. Thanks.
Don't forget your hat.
Who needs it?
Head & Shoulders, because great hair can't have flakes.
Peter Dixon, Esquire.
Marilyn Vines, Esquire.
Meet the Esquire collection.
Nancy Fisher, Esquire.
Michael Davidson,
Esquire.
A line of fashionable Swiss watches designed for Canadians as individual as you are, starting at $80.
Kingy Carpenter, Esquire.
Mark Falkenberg, Esquire.
Sasha Darling, Esquire.
Dave Ongen, Esquire.
Esquire watch. It has your name on it.
Michael Bonaccini, Esquire.
Welcome some new members to the Jack sponsorship team. The 49 Northern Ohio Pontiac Theaters have all kinds of excitement planned for the second half of the season. The Pontiac Excitement line consists of Sunfire, Grand Am, the new Wide Track Grand Prix, the Bonneville, and the Firebird. Check out the Northern Ohio Pontiac Theater near you. Now Phoenix coming out of their own zone. We're scoreless here in the opening period at Gund Arena in Cleveland. The Roadrunners dump it wide of the net. Lumberjacks back in after it, but Phoenix got there quick, and Dave Tomlinson's shot is knocked away by Mike Tamburro. Here comes Jeff Christian out at center ice. Gave it up on the left side. Jim Pack dumped that deep in behind the goal. Bergeron will leave it there. Phoenix sets up on the near side. Rick Zombo, the former NHL defenseman, got it out at center ice. Now along the far boards. Ken McCray is stood up there by Jim Pack. Phoenix gets it ahead to Dave Tomlinson, moving in with it on a save by Mike Tamburro. And the rebound controlled by the Jacks. Christian, left wing pass looking for McConaughey. Spins away from Mark Astley. Now a rink-wide pass looking for Jeff Christian coming off the boards, and coming back to break that up was Michel Mongeau. Now it comes up over the Lumberjack blue line. They take over there, and they'll give it up at center ice. Ken McCray step back in over the line. Top of the circle with the far side. A quick shot knocked away by Mike Tamburro. Now on the near side, they tip it back to the line. Phoenix gains control. They're looking for the tip of the side of the net. Wrapper on the tip. What a save by Mike Tamburro. He got over there. Another save out in front, and Tamburro finally covers it up. But a great save to get that pad over on the far goal post, and this is his best save of the night thus far.
Well, he's played very well, and he's awfully cool in that goal. But, you know, there's some sloppiness going around the Lumberjacks net. You can't let these guys hang around. Somebody's got to be responsible. Right there, you've got to get the puck. When it's 5 feet within your net, it's your responsibility to get the handle on the puck.
Yeah, the Lumberjacks a little bit sloppy in their own zone, and the backhand shot off of the stick of Roman Volpat, and Tamburro finally covered that up. So the face-off in the circle to the right of the Cleveland goal. We've played 4 minutes and 38 seconds to the opening period. We're still scoreless. Look at the shots on goal thus far in the early going. Now the Lumberjacks have that Brian Bonin line out there with Dave McKillick and Eddie Patterson. Won by the Phoenix Roadrunners. Quick shot knocked down in front. Phoenix can't gain control, and here come the Lumberjacks back 3-on-1 if they hurry. Dave McConaughey's got Eddie Patterson coming to the front of the net. Took the shot himself, and Bergeron made the save. Into the corner on the far side now. Peter Allen chipped that back in with McConaughey. Laid it out in front, but the Jacks not there to get a stick on it. Now Brian Bonin gains control and lays it back to his own blue line. Peter Allen on the far side. He got it to Rick Hayward. And the bouncing puck just wide of the goal. J.C. Bergeron gains control, plays it around his own corner. Eddie Patterson knocked that down, squirts out into the circle, but Phoenix clears it away. Mark Astley got it ahead at center ice. That bounced away from Mike Hudson all the way back into the Cleveland zone. So the Roadrunners change up. Eddie Patterson bangs that into the left corner. On the far side, back to get it is Brad Tyler. Got he spun away from a Dave McElwain check. Tyler got it ahead on the right side. Here comes Phoenix on the attack now. They play it back into the Cleveland zone on the near side. Brent Breeze catches up to that. Put it right to the goal mouth, and it's in. He caught Mike Tamburro off that goal post, and Tamby just mishandled it. A soft goal and a tough start for the Jacks.
Well, those are the goals that Mike Tamburo is going to have to eliminate if he wants to continue to play at this level. You've got to be paying attention here. He wasn't square to the puck. He had his butt in the goal, goes off his stick into the back of the net. You've got to be square to the puck. It's the first thing you learn when you're a goaltender. Get those shoulders square to the puck. Watch, here goes his butt to the back of the net, in off his stick and between his legs for the goal.
It sure did. It hit the stick and went between his pads. It's going to be Brent Greaves' 5th goal of the season. 1 assist to Brad Kiley, and Phoenix has jumped in front with kind of a fluke goal early on. Well, Brent Greaves has given the Phoenix Roadrunners the early 1-0 lead. Here come the Jacks back on the attack. Dave McElwain is cut off on the far side. Now finally stepped around to Brad Kiley. Kiley took the puck away. Here come the Roadrunners out of their own zone now. On the far side, they get it out at center ice, trying to set it up for Marinucci. That bounced away. Now Marinucci's got it in the circle. Side of the net, quick shot, and they score. On the right side, Marinucci got it to Paul DiPietro, and DiPietro beat Mike Tamburo up high. Actually, it's Brent Greaves who's going to get credit for the goal. That'll be his 2nd here in the period, and a nice play by Chris Marinucci.
Well, they moved the puck around extremely well. Mike Tamburo gets caught up going over his left shoulder on the glove side. And right there, Michael, you got to stand up and face the puck. You can't be going down on your knees. The defense now backs in a little bit too far, giving the opportunity for the Phoenix player to walk right in and make that good shot.
Not a good start for the Lumberjacks. Greaves with 2 goals here in a span of about a minute. And the Phoenix Roadrunners have jumped out to a 2-0 lead. DiPietro also drew an assist on the 2nd Greaves goal. Now here come the Jacks. A shot, they score. Brad Lauer rifles one by J.C. Bergeron. Fired it from the far circle, and for Brad Lauer, it's going to be his 18th goal of the year. The goals coming in bunches now, but the Lumberjacks cut the Phoenix lead in half.
Well, Herdina back in the lineup. He gets that draw, gets the puck over to Brad Lauer with that big shot. Brad kept it low, ready to put it. Looks like it goes right through Bergeron's legs. That's a goal the Lumberjacks definitely need at this time of the hockey game.
Well, 28 seconds separate the 2 Phoenix goals, and now Brad Lauer gets his 18th of the year, and he takes over the team lead in goals with 18. So the Lumberjacks come right back. 15 seconds after Phoenix had scored their 2nd of the period, the Lumberjacks come back. Jeff Christian will draw one of the 2 assists, along with Jim Pack. And so it's 2-1 Phoenix here early in the 1st period. Kind of a wild start to this one. Now here come the Lumberjacks turning at their own blue line. Jeff Christian laid it across on the near side. Corey Foster got it up center ice, intercepted there by Dave Tomlinson. Tomlinson stood up by Jim Pack and spun away from that. They play it into the Cleveland zone, but the Jacks come back out. Now here comes Jeff Christian out of his own zone. Christian gave it up at center ice, coming back for Phoenix's fullback with a shot, and Mike Tamburo got that with a glove and hangs on. 2-1. The Phoenix Roadrunners have taken an early lead here in the opening period. We'll take a break. Back with more after this on the Jacks Hockey Network.
At Maple Leaf, when we reduced the fat in our new lean and light wieners and bologna, we tested the taste with families just like yours. We found we could reduce the fat by 60%, and lean and light would still have that mouth-watering Maple Leaf taste. Any less fat? Well then, we'd appeal to only some members of the family. The uncompromised great taste of new Maple Leaf Lean and Light. Taste that's a cut above.
It's easy to use. Call from more places in the world with a savings plan that goes just about everywhere you do. Our calling card, the best card, period.
Well, gentlemen, it's time to roll out the red carpet for the IHL February 18th in Grand Rapids as the IHL All-Stars get ready to do battle. And when you come to the game tomorrow, don't forget to pick up your ballot in the aisleways. The game is at 12:30 with Phoenix. And my choice, gentlemen, Christian McElwain, Jock Callender, Peter Allen, and, of course, Ian Moran. And I just happened to fill mine out a little bit early, guys.
All right, Mike, the IHL All-Star Game, as he said, coming up in Grand Rapids, and here's how you can get involved. Ballots will be throughout the league at buildings until January 24th. Get out here at Gundarini. You can vote for your favorite players.
I suggest anybody from Cleveland that wants to go to the IHL game, get your tickets in a hurry because they've been sold out almost every game this year in Grand
what
Rapids.
a great story Grand Rapids has been. A fine addition to the IHL. And they have sold out, I think, all but one home game thus far. Now Lane Lambert controls for the Lumberjacks in the offensive zone, or in his own zone. He tried to play it ahead to Jock Callender, and that bounces away from Jock. Back in behind his own goal, Brad Patty got it ahead. Here comes Phoenix on the attack now. On the far side. Near side at the blue line, and Phoenix will drop it back. Brad Patty. Check plays that into the Cleveland zone. There to get it is Ian Moran. Up the boards on the near side, and Lane Lambert tipped it out. So the Roadrunners take over again. Bounced away from Jock Callender. Following up now. Here come the Lumberjacks. Ian Moran poked that into the corner. Centering pass out in front. Now a shot. They score! Lane Lambert on the rebound. And for Lane Lambert, it's going to be his 10th goal of the season. The Lumberjacks come back to tie the game. We've not played 8 minutes of the opening period. We've seen 4 goals.
That's the type of execution the Lumberjacks are looking for. Ian Moran carrying the puck, getting it in deep. You got Lambert busting for the net. You got Dave McElwain busting for the net. And that's when good things happen. You got 3 guys all going for the net. Phoenix couldn't adjust to the transition.
Moran will throw one of the 2 assists. McElwain should get the other. Lane Lambert's 10th goal of the season. At 7:54 here in the opening period.
Well, Coach Rick Patterson, after that second Phoenix goal, gave his players a tongue lashing on the bench, and it seemed to ignite this hockey club right now. This is exactly what they need, but they have to keep it going.
Phoenix gets 2 goals in 30 seconds. The Lumberjacks come back 13 seconds later to make it 2-1 on the goal by Brad Lauer, and Lane Lambert scores at 7:54 to tie the game at 2. For a team that's had trouble scoring goals, this is not the start the Lumberjacks could have expected.
Well, not only that, but they've also given up 2 goals too, Tim, and that's an area that they want to shore up on. It's great to be scoring goals, but you want to prevent them.
Look at J.C. Bergeron. J.C. Bergeron has played most of the games lately for the Phoenix Roadrunners. Has started now 6 in a row. He's 2-2-1 in the last 5. Now the Jacks in their own zone. On the near side is Corey Foster. Throws it over in his own zone to Jim Pack, and Pack gets it out at center ice. Jan Hurtina can't control that. Phoenix turns right back. Backing over the line into the offensive zone. Ken McCray trying to dump it out in front. Deflects to the line. Ruslan Batirkin backhands that. Brad Lauer knocked that away. And Jeff Christian at center ice will gain the red line, fired into zone. Jack's changing up. Jeff Christian poked it ahead to himself into the corner. He's bumped off the puck by Batirkin. Played it around the boards. The Lumberjacks Richard Park off the bench. Now they play it in behind the net. Christian, McElwain out in front of the goal. Christian trying to spin away from a check there by Rick Zombo. Christian fighting through that. Now McElwain to the circle. Winds up, fakes it. McElwain moves in with a shot. He scores! No, they've waved it off. Referee Ian Walsh has waved it off. The Jacks not sure why, but let's see. Was it directed in?
Jeff Christian was pushing one of the Phoenix Roadrunners players right to the goal, pushed him right into the goaltender, and probably a good call by the official here. If we get a chance to see this on the replay, you'll notice Jeff Christian just using his strength to push the Phoenix player right in towards the goaltender. Here, what? 1-2 guys he's got going in there now. Well, he wasn't standing in the crease, I don't believe.
Well, that's pretty close. They're ruling Jeff Christian was in the crease. You be the judge.
And he's pushing this guy. He's going right to the net.
I don't know about that.
The only thing I could think that call was as if he pushed the Zombo in towards Bergeron.
Well, the Lumberjacks didn't put up much of an argument. They thought they had taken the 3-2 lead. Goal waved off, and we're still tied at 2. Now Phoenix at center ice. Penalty coming up to the Lumberjacks. This is going to be a tripping call, actually a hooking call to the Jacks. And Phoenix is going to get the first power play opportunity here in the first period.
Well, this is not good after you've scored a goal and get it called back, and now you go shorthanded.
Dave McElwain's going to go in for hooking. Here's a look at it. Mac did get the stick up. There it is. And it looks like Soulier went down. And so Phoenix will skate it 5-on-4. The Lumberjacks, the 7th ranked team in the penalty kill this year. Phoenix, the 18th ranked power play team in the IHL at 12%. Here's a look at Dave McElwain in the penalty box. 8:59 is the time of the penalty. Phoenix skates it 5-on-4. We'll set up this Phoenix power play for you. At the points, they've got Paul DiPietro on the far side and Brad Tiley on the near side. Michel Majot now coming late to defeat DiPietro with a shot. Tamburo came out to greet him and made the save and hangs on. And we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. Take a look at our Blimpie League leaders. These are the shots taken per team. Lumberjacks are ranked first in the league. Look where Phoenix is, though, last in the league in shots per game. Now, the other side of that is the shots allowed to the opposition. And these are the last two teams in the league here.
Well, Phoenix right here having the most shots on goal with 13 in this hockey game.
Phoenix wins the faceoff. Back onto the near side. It's Tyler. Tiny bangs it off the glass in behind the goal. Tomlinson kept that alive. Back to Ken McCray. McCray unable to get it by Jim Pack. Pack almost took it away. Back in behind the net. Phoenix has it again. Pack knocked down a centering pass. Now to the near side corner. He took McCray off the puck. They play it back to the line and bounced away from Paul DiPietro. And all the way back into the Phoenix zone. A minute 20 left in the Dave McElwain penalty time. Roadrunners back in behind their own zone now. Phoenix 11 of 43 in the last 8 games in the power play. That's 25%, and nobody's going to argue with numbers like this. Now Tomlinson high into the slot, gets stripped for the puck in the last minute, and Corey Foster forces it back to the Phoenix blue line. We've reached the halfway point of the opening period. A minute left in the power play now for the Phoenix Roadrunners. We're tied at 2. Now Ken McCray, wide pass, they tip it out in front. Both out of the shot, he hit the inside of the goal post. Boy, he thought he had Mike Tamburo beat. It bounced back out, and Phoenix gains control at their own blue line. Volpat turns again now. Hans Volpat faked the shot, carries it in, drop pass there for Marinucci. Marinucci dropped it to the line now. Astley goes far side, quick shot, knocked down by Mike Tamburo. The rebound bounced away from a Lumberjack, and Phoenix settles it down again. Marks Astley took the shot, that hit a leg out in front, into the corner. Now they play it back in behind the net. Volpat left it there. Corey Foster bumped his man. In behind the goal, Reed sends it into the corner on the far side. Michaud back out to the line. Down the near side, quick shot by Astley. Rebound, they score, and it's Volpat who will get credit for the goal. A power play goal for the Phoenix Roadrunners, and they've taken a 3-2 lead.
The Roadrunners really use their defense quite well on the power play. They've had several opportunities and shots from the blue line. That's where they seem to key everything. Shot right on goal. You'll notice a rebound, and the Phoenix Roadrunner player. Here's the shot. He keeps it low. Tamburo's going to make the first save, and into the net it goes.
Astley and Grieve, I believe, will get the assist on Roman Volpat's 5th goal of the year. Does Grieve get a piece of this out in front? Maybe not.
And again, the defense, somebody's got to take that guy. Somebody's got to knock him down. You can't have a guy behind you and your goaltender making the save and then the rebound going right to him for an empty net goal. It's tough enough for a goaltender to see that puck coming from the point, let alone the rebound on the second attempt.
Nemechek draws the other assist at 10:44. And we've got a 3-2 Phoenix lead now. In behind the goal, it bounced away from Richard Park. Richard Park, the extra forward for the Lumberjacks. They're trying to get a fire lit under Richard Park. Now Park out from behind the net, trying to dump it out in front. He was taken off the puck, and Phoenix with a chance to clear. Now they get it ahead. Ruslan Batirshin missed his man on the right side. That trickles all the way back in behind Mike Tamburo. The Jacks touch up. We get a whistle and a stoppage of play with a 3-2 Phoenix lead. A timeout on the ice. 8:43 to go here in the first. 3-2 Phoenix on the Jacks Hockey Network.
Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you grown. Soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you dance and swing on the things like the sun, for the time they are a
McCain brings you the freshest tasting frozen pizza ever made. McCain Pizza Premier in the unique vacuum-packed flavor lock package that seals air out so it stays fresher tasting longer. It cooks in just half the time and has a tender, no-mess rim. So whenever you're ready for pizza, McCain Pizza Premier is ready for you in fresh tasting deli lovers, pepperoni, and deluxe. McCain Pizza Premier. We've got a lock on fresh taste.
Kids help out between periods of a Lumberjack game with the Sherwin-Williams Junior Lumberjack Contest. Get 4 tickets to a Jacks game and the opportunity to come out and help around the bench. Sign up at any area Sherwin-Williams store and visit the Lumberjack display. The Lumberjacks down a goal now as Phoenix has taken the lead on the power play by Roman Volpek. And at center ice, the Jacks take over now. On the far side, Jock Callender Lays that off the boards. That trickles back into the Phoenix zone. The Roadrunners back to get it. Jacks have a calendar out there with Dave McElwain and Richard Park. Now Rick Zumbo hitmans the puck out to the right side. Phoenix tries to step into the zone and go in offside. They've tried to sneak by Jim Pack, but went into the zone offside. And the faceoff just outside the Cleveland blue line with 8:14 to go in the opening period.
Well, it's interesting, Richard Park being out there. I listened to the game the other night from Indianapolis, Tim, when you and Coach Patterson were talking about Park trying to get a fire on him. When he first came down from Pittsburgh at the beginning of the year, he was a ball of fire, and he was a great part of this hockey club. But somewhere along the line, he seemed to have lost some of his fire, and maybe by sitting him now and then, it may ignite that fire again.
Richard Park has 1 assist, no goals in the last 8 games played. And now they're going to make him fight for ice time. No question, one of the best skaters in the league. Now the loose puck around the boards on the near side. The Lumberjacks finally bring it out of their own zone. Brian Bonnet lays it across. Then Butenshot up for the Lumberjacks defensively. Plays that in behind the goal. Eddie Patterson onto the near side. Reverses it the other way. Brad Patty out of the head. And Brian Bonnet failed to keep it into the line. And lays that back into the Phoenix blue line. Intercepted there. The Roadrunners lay it in to the zone. It got by. Sven Butenshot out of the circle on the far side. Quick shot, and Camburo made that save. Dave McConaughey in behind his own goal now. Corey Foster, actually it's Ian Moran with a chance to clear. Couldn't get it done. Comes free for Marinucci. He's got a man in front. Centering pass out there. They try to return the pass, and no Phoenix player on the near side. And it comes into the corner. Brian Bonnet in his own zone now. Lumberjacks unable to find the handle. Here's Phoenix turning with it out in front. Michel Mongeau with a shot, and it goes wide of the net. Along the boards on the far side, knocked down again by the Roadrunners. Back into the corner. Loose puck. The Jacks trying to trim the man in along the far boards. Now it comes loose, and it almost got in behind Mike Tambura. Tambura kind of lost that in his skates. At the side of his own net now, Ian Moran. Moran skates out, plays it off the glass. It bounces away, and the Lumberjacks with a chance to clear finally do force it out to center ice. Brent Grieve is tied up there with Ian Moran. And the loose puck finally picked up by the Jacks. Up ahead to Richard Park, stepped in over the line. He's got a man coming in front. Park took the shot, and a save by Bergeron. Park got his own rebound, put it right back into his pass. In behind the goal now. Park and Christian battle for it. It squirts out in front, but the Jacks can't get there. And it's played away from Peter Allen, back out at center ice. Allen lays it into his own zone for Rick Hayward. 6.5 minutes to go in the opening period. Now Jan Hrdina at center ice. Lead pass to Park. Park in offside as he dropped it back to Jeff Christian. And Christian coming late. And the whistle out at center ice.
Good shift for Richard Park. That's the kind of fire that they need on him. He drove to the net, got the good shot off, created a rebound opportunity for his line mates. That's the type of play that they're looking from young Richard Park.
Jack Pham, Sandoz Pharmaceuticals presents the Bet You Win sweepstakes. One lucky winner is going to win a trip for 2 to Las Vegas. Look for details at the TheraFlu or Travis D display at your local discount drug mart. Bet You Win from Sandoz Pharmaceuticals. It's 3-2 Phoenix. Couple of goals by Brent Grieve, just 30 seconds apart here early in the first period. Jacks got goals from Brad Lauer and Lane Lambert to tie it at 2, and Phoenix has come back on the power play to take the 1-goal lead. And the Roadrunners now have to turn back into their own zone for it. Steve McKenna at the side of his own goal, plays it up the boards and all the way down the ice. This will be an icing call against the Roadrunners as Hayward is back to touch. Rick Hayward seeing regular ice time for the Lumberjacks. He's a presence out there, obviously. 14 penalty minutes a week ago Friday at Cincinnati. He has had no penalty minutes in the previous 4 games.
Well, Rick seems to go in spurts where he seizes the opportunity. If he feels that the toughness and his type of play is needed in a hockey game, he'll go for it. Maybe once in a while he'll do it to get his teammates fired up. Of course, the game in Cincinnati, before coming to Cleveland, he had played in Cincinnati for a couple of years.
A lot of shots early here in the first period. 18-11 so far for the Phoenix Roadrunners. We've still got 6 minutes to play in the opening period. Knocked down by a high stick by the Lumberjacks, but play continues. Jan Hrdina now it drops back into the Cleveland zone. Corey Foster on the far side, got it to Jim Pack. Pack unable to get away from Michel Mongeau. It's played away from Hrdina. And Foster starts out again. Drops it back to Jim Pack. Pack carries it to the Phoenix blue line. Pack into the circle on the far side. Wound up with a shot. He missed the net. In behind the goal, Brad Lauer knocked it down on the other side. Lauer stick handles by a man. Did out in front. It laid right there at the side of the net. J.C. Bergeron has it pinned in along the post. And we get a whistle and a stoppage of play.
Brad Lauer, Jan Hrdina, and Jeff Christian have had some good scoring opportunities. I think you've got to give an awful lot of credit to Hrdina coming back, igniting that line, and getting those two big wingers, Christian and Lauer, going to the net.
Well, he had a knee injury. He's missed the last 6 games. Points in 17 of his last 15 games played. 9 goals and 8 assists. And here's the look at that last opportunity.
Brad Lauer driving to the net. He gets it out in front, and there you see two of the Lumberjack players, Hrdina and Christian, waiting for the rebound. And that's the type of action that Coach Patterson's looking for. Hey, if the shots aren't going in, let's jam the net.
Phoenix has Astley out defensively with Steve McKenna. Jack sent Jock Callender in to take the faceoff. He's got Lane Lambert on one wing, Dave McAway now on the other side. Chris Marinucci won the faceoff, and the Phoenix Roadrunners gain control. Mark Astley brings it out at center ice. Up the left side, dumped it into the far corner. In the Cleveland end, Ian Moran there, rips it in behind his own goal. Around the boards, Lane Lambert drilled along the near side boards, but the Jacks get it out. Now it comes ahead. Phoenix on the near side, trying to dump it into the Cleveland zone, and Ian Moran's got a turn to play. Moran back in behind his own net. Just over 5 minutes to go in the opening period. Up ahead, it bounces away from Callender. Callender catches up to it. Left it there for Lane Lambert. Left wing pass. It couldn't get it to Dave McAway. And it bounced away from Jock Callender. Moran unable to keep it in. And the Lumberjacks got it clear of the zone. Ben Butenschot ripped it right back in behind J.C. Bergeron. Behind his own net, this is Mark Astley as Jacks change up on the play. That hit a man. Loose puck out in front. Callender tried to settle it down. Now took the shot, and Bergeron knocked it away. McAway along the far boards. In behind the goal to Callender. Callender looking for a man in front. He's got Lane Lambert there, and it was intercepted. And they clear it out to the line and now tip it back into the Cleveland zone. Tambura out of his net and play it quickly ahead to Rick Hayward. Both teams changing up in the find out. Hayward got it ahead on the right side to Peter Allen. He's cut off. And Stefan Soulier for the Phoenix Roadrunners. Got it near side. Nemechek tipped it out center ice. And it's banged back to the Cleveland blue line. 4:20 to go in the opening period. Still 3-2 Phoenix. Now the Roadrunners on the attack again. And a shot by Soulier, knocked away by Tamburo. Soulier into the corner on the far side. Watched there by Peter Allen. Lays it in behind the net. Checked it along the boards. Rick Hayward's got his man pinned it along the boards. That's Mike Hudson. That brings a whistle and a stoppage of play with 4:06 to go here in the first period. Still 3-2 Phoenix on the Jacks Hockey Network.
It's the way the sun helps things grow in their own time. It's the way bread begins as an ocean of wheat before rising in the oven. The way onions can make you cry, even when you're laughing. And it's the way we make over 1 million people their favorite sandwich every day, which, in case you're keeping track, is more sandwiches than the entire population of Manitoba. Subway. It's the way a sandwich should be.
When the Cleveland Lumberjacks need wireless communication services, they turn to GTE, the official wireless communications provider to the Jacks. For more information about cellular, fax, data, video, paging, and Telego, visit GTE MobileNet store or a mall location. 4:06 to go here in the opening period. 3-2 Phoenix with the lead. The difference right now, that power play goal by Roman Volpak. About halfway through the opening period. Now the Lumberjacks chipping along the boards on the near side. Penalty coming up as Mike Tamburo went to the bench. This is going to be against the Roadrunners, and the Jacks are going to get their first power play opportunity. I believe Roman Volpak's going to go in.
He's questioning the call, but he certainly was holding Peter Allen.
Ian Walsh comes over to make the call, and Roman Volpak. See if we can pick it up here. He's got Peter Allen held pretty good.
Volpak's a pretty big man, and he's got Peter Allen wrapped around. I don't know why he was questioning the holding call when it's clear that he had both arms wrapped around him.
Lumberjacks get their first power play opportunity of the contest. They come in ranked 4th in the league on the power play at just under 19%. They've scored 34 power play goals. You see the Phoenix penalty killing, not great. They're ranked 13th in the league. We'll set up this Jacks power play for you now. It's Jan Hrdina up front. Jeff Christian on the right wing. And the other forward for the Lumberjacks is Brad Lauer. Now Corey Foster and Ian Moran to the points. Ian Moran gave it up at center ice to Jeff Christian. Backhands that piece back in behind the goal. They rip it around the boards. The Lumberjacks fail to keep that into the line. Out of the bouncing puck, the Jacks can't get to it. Phoenix finally does, and they lay it back in behind their own, or into their own zone. And Batyrshin got it out at center ice. Ian Moran back to his own blue line. Minute 28 left in the power play. Moran, a rink wide pass that bounced away from Foster. Corey Foster's got it again. Rink wide pass to Ian Moran on the right wing. And he backhands that deep into the zone. Lumberjacks not getting in after it, though, and they clear it out to the line. Does Phoenix, and out at center ice. Ian Moran dropped it back to Corey Foster. A minute 10 left in the man advantage. Now John Herdina plays it deep into the zone. Around the boards it goes. Christian got a stick on that. Another penalty coming up as Jeff Christian is drilled to the boards and goes to the ice. And this may be against Batyrshin of the Phoenix Roadrunners. If so, it's going to be a two-man advantage for the Lumberjacks.
I believe the call is on Jeff Christian.
Well, Christian's been cut. He goes to the...
Well, maybe not. It appeared the referee was spending some time with him, but there is a high sticking call, and it is against the Phoenix Roadrunners.
Ruslan Batyrshin will step in for high sticking. Let's see if we can pick it up. He comes into the boards pretty hard, and does the stick come up? Oh, boy, it sure does.
Yeah, he picks it right up. He's trying to go underneath. He's trying to go underneath Jeff Christian's arm to lift his stick, but he doesn't lift it clearly enough, and he gets the stick right up in Jeff's eye. And right now, the Lumberjacks have a great opportunity here. With 1 minute, there'll be a two-man advantage. They've got to spread out, and they've got to get control of the puck in the Phoenix zone.
Christian will go to the room. He'll probably get a stitch or two. And he has been, up until tonight, the Jacks' leading scorer all season long. He's really still the leading scorer with 35 points, but now Brad Lauer has taken over the goal scoring lead. It's a high-sticking penalty to Ruslan Batyrshin at 17:01. Jacks with a two-man advantage now, skated 5-on-3, and an opportunity to tie this game again. Here comes Ian Moran out from behind his own goal. At center ice, left wing pass. Got it ahead to Dave McElwain. McElwain threw it to the side of the net. Bergeron out of his goal, plays it into the corner, knocked down by Lauer. Lauer back out to the right point. Corey Foster, rink wide, Ian Moran. Back to Foster. Moran faked the shot into the circle now. Got Callender side of the net, took the shot, and Bergeron got a piece of that. Foster back on the right point, sent it into the circle, McElwain. Back to the line to Corey Foster. Faked it. Ian Moran now. They're going to try to work it for a one-timer for Corey Foster. Near side, McElwain with a shot. He missed the net with that, and that went up over the glass and out of play. A bad break for the Lumberjacks, and I believe the faceoff's going to come out of the zone.
Well, they worked that one very well. As you said, they had the options there. Do I take the shot from the point, or do we work it in down low for Dave McElwain? And they opted to go with McElwain, and here's the shot. Just goes right up off the lower part of the goal net up into the stands.
Jacks seem to focus a lot on trying to get that one-timer set up, whether it's McElwain in the circle or Foster back into the right point, because Corey's got a can.
Well, they do move the puck extremely well with Foster and Ian Moran back at the point. Both of those fellows can shoot the puck extremely hard and fast. They get it away real quick, and they move the puck very well.
Peter Klima is in street clothes, and in fact sitting in the crowd right in front of us. Peter Klima has been playing the point of the power play.
And they're going to miss Peter back there, but with Foster and Moran, they've got two fellows who also move the puck and shoot the puck extremely well.
20 seconds now left of a two-man advantage. Ian Moran gains the zone on the far side, plays it back in behind the goal. It bounced down to the corner. Astley was there. He couldn't get it away from John Callender. Now Callender got it. Jeff Christian in the circle near side. Christian back out to the line. It's Dave McElwain back at the point on this power play now. McElwain over to Ian Moran. Down low, Callender. Callender pulled it out in front. Glove save. J.C. Bergeron. And Bergeron picked it out before Jeff Christian could get over there. First penalty has expired, so the Lumberjacks are 0 for 1 with a man advantage, and still 56 seconds of this 5-on-4.
Well, some good opportunities for the Lumberjacks. They moved the puck well, and they got some good shots away. Bergeron made a couple of big saves. So the plus side of it is you're moving the puck well, and you're getting some good shots. Now what you have to do is convert those.
Minute 55 to go in the period. Jacks still down a goal. And after we saw, well, 4 goals in a span of just a little over a minute, actually about a minute and a half, two teams were tied at 2. Phoenix got the power play goal. We have not seen a goal in the second half of this period. Back to the line, Foster barely kept it in, but it's intercepted, and out they come. Here comes Roman Volpat on the far side. Volpat left it there, tried to drop it for Mike Hudson. That shot knocked down in front of the net. Here come the Jacks out quickly. 43 seconds left in the power play. Don Herdina over the line, right side, Lauer. Now a centering pass, and it jumped away from Jeff Christian. Christian tipped it back in behind the net. Jan Herdina took a hit. Herdina bounced off of that. It's in behind the goal, and the Phoenix Roadrunners clear it to the line. Foster unable to knock it down. And so the Jacks clear the zone as Ian Moran turns at his own blue line. Ian Moran got to the Phoenix line. He was turned away. Jeff Christian has it. Now Christian trying to drop it back in behind his own back, and Phoenix broke that up and heads the other way. Peter Allen knocked it away from the Phoenix Hans Nemechek, and Moran in behind his own goal net. Ian Moran stick handles out to his own blue line. Left side, he got it to Peter Allen. Allen up the left wing. In over the line, he got it to Dave McConaughey. Actually, McElwain hit his back of his skate, and it's going to be whistled down as an offside, kind of a late whistle, and the faceoff's coming out of the zone.
Dave McConaughey just got a little bit too ahead of the play on this rush.
58 seconds left in the first period. Coming up in our first intermission, we're going to hear from Jack's defenseman Ian Moran. Ian's had himself a pretty good season for the Lumberjacks and continues to rack up the points. He scored in 10 of the last 15 games. 2 goals, 9 assists for 11 points. Held scoreless, though, in the last 4. So Ian Moran, like the rest of his team, having trouble right now finding the back of the net.
Well, they've been all struggling. It's just not one or two. It seems to be everybody.
Phoenix tips it deep into the Cleveland zone. Brent Grieve in around a man in behind the net, trying to dump it to the far side. Grieve on the far side is ridden off the puck by Dave McConaughey and is finally poked by Callender out center ice. Ripped right back into the zone by Rick Zombo, but that's going to be an offside. And let's see, are they going to rule that intentional? It's coming all the way back into the Phoenix zone with 20 seconds to play in the period.
Coach Rick Patterson juggling his lines just a little bit here. Now he's got Jock Callender playing center on left wing with Dave McCulloch. Dave McCulloch and Jock Callender certainly go back a long way and have played some great hockey together over the years.
Yeah, Jock played his 900th IHL game on Monday in Indianapolis. This is 901. And been kind of a frustrating season for Callender. He missed several games, 7 games with a head injury. Got 2 goals in his last 15 games.
Well, both Jock and Dave McCulloch are Western Canadian boys, played their junior hockey out in Western Canada.
I suspect they've got some folks back home watching the game on TSN, and again, we welcome Canadian viewers. The Lumberjacks down a goal. Final minute of play here in the opening period at Gun Arena. McElwain won the draw. Back to the line. Quick shot. Knocked down. Rebound out in front. It's poked away. Another shot, and it goes up over the goal. And Dave McConaughey won't miss too many opportunities like that. I think he's talking to himself.
Well, he'd like to certainly have that one back. He got a great opportunity. A good draw for Jock Callender getting the puck back. And again, Dave McCulloch driving for the net. You'll see him off screen here. Dave McCulloch coming right in where he likes to post up. There it is right there. And he just can't get the handle on it. Good play by Bergeron to poke the puck away.
Back at the line, this shot by Corey Foster, knocked away by Bergeron, and Dave McConaughey right on the spot looking for that loose puck.
And I believe
it was Callender.
Well, no, I believe that wasn't it not that McElwain hit the crossbar on the return shot.
It was Jock out in front, but they banged it just off the crossbar in behind Bergeron, and the Jacks had a couple of good scoring opportunities there. 32 seconds to play now in the period as we look at Dave McElwain. McElwain will join us in our second intermission tonight. Leads the team with 6 power play goals. 4th on the team with 25 points. And Dave McElwain, you can see his numbers lately. 511 NHL games now in his 10th pro season. In the circle, the Roadrunners tip it to the far boards. And Ken McCray with a chance to clear. He does get it out at center ice. Peter Allen knocked it down there. 23 seconds left in the period. Stepping him back in over the line is Callender with McConaughey. Callender took the shot back down in front. Good play by Rick Sambo. Another penalty coming up, though, against the Roadrunners. And the Lumberjacks, with 16 seconds left in the period, are going to go right back in the power play.
Dave McElwain took quite a hit, I believe, with an elbow. And that's the call right there, giving the Lumberjacks a power play here in the remaining 60 seconds.
Well, McElwain comes to get his helmet, and the defenseman Rusalin Batirshin steps back in. Watch the bottom of your screen here.
Dave McElwain just dumped the puck up, and there's the forearm or elbow right to Dave McElwain's head.
Dave McElwain has taken some abuse this season. It's gotten to a point where he's getting pretty frustrated. That one obviously had to be called.
Well, he has been frustrated, and one of his complaints is all the hucking and grabbing that's going on in the game today. And they say, and the hockey superiors, if you will, are trying to eliminate it, but it seems to be prevalent regardless of what league you're in, whether it's the National Hockey League or the IHL or American Hockey League.
Jacks 0 for 2 in the power play thus far. Jeff Christian toe-to-toe with the Phoenix forward on the far side as they line up for this face-off. Callender in to take the draw for the Lumberjacks. Got Brad Lauer on his right wing. Now the Jacks won it. Corey Foster, top circle, took the shot, and J.C. Bergeron took that a hit against the chest. juggles that and hangs on with 12 seconds to play in the period.
Pretty wide open period here. Shots on goal, 19 for Phoenix, 17 for Cleveland.
Well, the Lumberjacks, we said, ranked first in the league in shots taken, and both of these two teams give up a ton of shots and have all year long. Counter again to take the face-off against Jamie Morgan, or Jason Morgan. And Morgan is tossed out of the draw. Now it's Roman Volpat against Callender. Volpat won it into the corner. Brad Lauer trying to dump it out in front, went right across the goal line. Now Jeff Christian to the far side. 5 seconds to play in the period. Phoenix broke that up. Out in front, they try to jam it to the far side. Brad Lauer almost got it by J.C. Bergeron. The horn is sound, but now we've got a fight to the side of the net. Looks like Jeff Christian is dropping them there with Mark Astley. The period is over, but Christian and Astley have some business to complete here. Ian Moran trying to get in there to break this up. And I don't think any more will come of this as the linesmen trying to get them separated.
Well, they're doing a little John now, and they're both saying, you did this to me, and I did this to you, and you did this to me.
Well, and Christian has heard enough. So the first period comes to an end. The Lumberjacks will still be in the power play for a minute 43 when the second period begins.
Well, I think the Lumberjacks are arguing here also that they may have scored a goal.
It's still 3-2 Phoenix after one period of play. We'll take a break and come back with a recap of that first 20 minutes when 3-2 Roadrunners after one period of play here at Gund Arena. Here in our first intermission, we're going to hear from Ian Moran, the Jacks defenseman. We got a chance to chat with Ian earlier this week. He was officially born in Cleveland, and he talks about coming up as an American-born player. Ian Moran, originally born in Cleveland. That's the first thing you notice about Ian's bio. But Ian, that's a little misleading. You really didn't grow up in Cleveland, did you?
No, I actually moved away when I was about 2 years old and moved to Calgary, Alberta. And then about a year later, we moved back to Cleveland, and we were only here for a couple of months. And then we moved out to Denver, Colorado. And we were there for 7 years, and from there to Connecticut for 7 years, and I've been in Boston ever since. Because you were born, though, in the States, you have had a chance to be part of some great U.S. teams. You were part of the U.S. Olympic touring team just before the Olympics. Right. I think U.S. citizen, so I was able to play on the U.S. teams growing up with the 16-year-olds and the 17-year-olds, and played on 2 junior teams, and I played on 1 team in the World Championships. And then with the Olympic team, it was a great experience. There was 23, 24 guys. We traveled together from August until February, right before the Olympics. And then myself and Chris Ferraro got cut. And, he's got his twin brother, Peter Ferraro, so he chose to go over to the Olympics and watch his brother play. And I ended up signing with Pittsburgh, and, I've been here in Pittsburgh ever since. It's not so much true anymore, but it used to be that hockey was Canada's game. As a U.S.-born citizen growing up playing the game, as you got further along, was it a disadvantage in any way not having been born and grown up in Canada? No, I don't think so. I think it's a lot has to do with the coaching you receive when you're younger. I was really lucky in Connecticut. I had Scotty LeChance's father as a coach, and Brian Leach's father as a coach. So I was really lucky from squirt until I was about a bantam, and then bantam I had a guy named Fred Devereaux, who's a scout for the Washington Capitals now, who coached the team. And then from there I went to prep school just outside of Boston, Belmont Hill School, and there I had a great coach named Ken Martin, and he's really done a great job. He coached both the Fusco brothers, and they went on to win the Hobie Baker Award. So a lot of it has to do with the coaching you receive. Now, you played 2 years at Boston College. Tell me about what that was like. That's a hockey hotbed in the Boston area, certainly. Yeah, well, I can't say enough good things about Boston College. It was a great time. There was made a great group of friends, and just the guys on the team and the whole school environment. It was really something it would have been nice to have been there for the 4 years, but the 2 years I really enjoyed. How about your plans after college? Because you majored in communications. Is this what you want to do? Oh, yeah, I'm coming for your job, Tim. Uh-oh. Yeah, actually, I'm not really sure what I'd like to do. Right now, I think I'd like to get involved in teaching, maybe at a prep school or the college level, and see how things go from there. Do you see yourself staying in hockey in some capacity when your playing career is over? Yeah, I definitely would really like to. I think I'd really like to be involved in coaching, and if I could be involved at the high school level with teaching and coaching a team, I'd be really happy.
Okay, you played all of last season in Pittsburgh, back in Cleveland this year. Obviously, you're hoping this will be kind of a short-term stay for you in Cleveland, but talk a little bit about this team, because this has got to be the most talented Cleveland team, certainly, you've seen here.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. My first year here, we missed the playoffs. I'm not sure by how many games, but we missed the playoffs. And then second year, we lost out in the first round to Cincinnati. We got swept, and I thought that year we had a pretty good team, but this year we have a team that I really think has possibility to go all the way. We've got a good mix of older guys and younger guys, and just in the last couple of weeks you can really feel the guys gelling together.
Well, Ian Moran is a mainstay back for the Lumberjacks, back along the blue line. Big reason that they are where they are right now. Ian, we appreciate your time and continued success to you.
All right, thank you very much.
Jacks defenseman Ian Moran. We'll take a break and we'll come back with more here in our first intermission after this on the Jacks Hockey Network.
That looks sore. No problem, though. I know what the doc will be recommending for you. Deep cold therapy. No bones about it. Deep cold eases a pain of sore muscles. It works like ice, without the mess or inconvenience. Yep, he'll probably tell you Deep Cold is the original. In fact, it's the best-selling cold rub on the market. And, gotcha!
Now available, Deep Cold Ice Spray.
Back in the Jacks Hockey Network, Tim Saunders along with Bob Whitten. We're through one period of play here at Gund Arena. The Lumberjacks trail the Phoenix Roadrunners after one period of play, 3-2. And we're going to get right into our Ohio Lottery by the numbers. These are the stats after the first period. A lot of shots on goal. And the Lumberjacks kind of dug themselves an early hole here, Bob.
Well, they did, and the Phoenix Roadrunners carried the play early in the period. Lumberjacks were able to come back and tie it, and then they got that power play goal Phoenix did to make it 3-2. Lumberjacks have to keep driving to the net. I think that's one of the successes they've enjoyed here this evening.
We talked about it in the open. With Derek Wilkinson out of the lineup, the Lumberjacks are going to be hard-pressed to replace him in goal, and Mike Tambura has done a pretty good job, but those soft goals are awfully difficult to overcome.
Well, we talked about it early that Mike does have a tendency to let in a soft goal periodically, and it's just a lack of concentration. He's got to focus for the full 60 minutes.
As for what else is going on around the IHL tonight, the Stros on tap around the league. Indianapolis trails Grand Rapids in the second period. The Griffins with a 2-1 lead there. It's San Antonio 3-2 over Orlando. That ought to be a good battle in Orlando. Michigan's taking a 3-0 lead over the Fort Wayne Comets. Comets playing much better under John Torchetti. There you see the Cincy-Detroit game as well in the second period. Also in the IHL tonight, Utah 1-0 over Quebec. Chicago and Milwaukee no score. Later tonight, Vegas plays at home against Kansas City, and it's Manitoba at Long Beach. Here it's 3-2. The Phoenix Roadrunners on top of the Lumberjacks. We'll take a break and come back with highlights from that first period when we return on the Jacks Hockey Network.
Winning depends on how far you dare to go. Victory requires talent, skill, and the determination to push to the limit. Living on the Edge is brought to you by Edge Shave Gel, because to win, you need the edge. These are BC's coastal mountains, towering above the Pacific Ocean. Extreme skiers arrive by helicopter and look down at slopes that incline more than 60 degrees. Thrust your skis into firm snow, hold the edge. A mistake can result in an endless slide down the steep face of an unforgiving mountain. Look out for a sudden avalanche or a hidden crevice, and drive towards the bottom far below. Living on the Edge has been brought to you by Edge Shave Gel. Ultimate closeness, ultimate comfort, with 6 lubricants to help save your skin. That's the Edge.
Back after one period of play, the Lumberjacks trail the Phoenix Roadrunners 3-2, and the Lumberjacks going to try to get back going here offensively in the second period. They got 2 quick goals from Brad Lauer and Lane Lambert. Here's a look at some of the crowd here at Gund Arena. Pretty good crowd on hand here. And the Lumberjacks, attendance-wise, I think are pretty pleased. Generally speaking, after the first of the year, the Jacks average a little over 10,000 per night, and I think that's going to be the case this season.
Well, they've done extremely well with some excellent promotions here in Cleveland and at Gund Arena. And the fans here, when they get into a hockey game, really support their hockey club. They're very loud and vocal, and you can hear them throughout the game. And when you're a player, you certainly like to have the fans behind you.
The Lumberjacks due to come out of the room momentarily here. We're going to try to catch Rick Patterson as they come out of the room. And I would think that Rick is getting a little bit frustrated with the goaltending situation. Let's throw it down to Mike DePasquale and Coach Rick Patterson. Mike?
Well, gentlemen, in the first period, both squads testing the opposing goalkeepers. And Coach Rick Patterson, I know when you came off the bench, you said, look, guys, let's tighten up the D. I know you're not happy with 2 quick goals within 30 seconds.
Well, you give up 19 shots in your own building. Shots are 19-18. I think they want to play a wide open game, and we can't play that way. We're having a little tough time scoring goals right now. We have to tighten it up to have some success.
Coach, anything for Mike Tamburo? Because I know earlier in the week you were saying, look, you're a rookie. You make the easy shots look difficult, and the difficult shots look easy.
Well, he's just got to get some consistency in his game. He's done a pretty decent job for us. For the most part. I know he'd like the first one back, obviously, but we have to play better in front of him.
Coach, good luck in the second period.
Thank you.
There you have it, guys. Mike Tamburo, the rookie, needs to tighten up the skates a bit and play like a veteran in the second period. Back upstairs, guys.
All right, highlights of that first period. Phoenix jumped in front early. A couple of goals by Brent Grieve, and here's the first one, just 5.5 in and from a bad angle.
Well, again, it looked like Mike was just kind of relaxing. Maybe he wanted to steer the puck into the other corner, but he's got to square to the puck, and at least you got to close your legs a little bit when the puck is coming across.
30 seconds later, Marinucci makes a nice pass into the circle, and Grieve snapped it high into the net over the glove of Mike Tamburo. 2-0. The Lumberjacks, though, come right back. 13 seconds later, Brad Lauer gets his 18th.
Brad Lauer just whistled that one and blew it right by Bergeron into the low corner of the net. A great shot, and when you get Brad Lauer in that slot area shooting the puck, good things will happen for your hockey club.
Under 2 minutes after that, Lane Lambert's going to get his 10th goal of the year and a nice centering pass, and Lambert beats J.C. Bergeron, his 10th of the season.
Again, Lambert crashing for the net, and that's where the Lumberjacks has some success. And here's that power play goal. Tamburo makes a good save right here, but the rebound comes out. 2 guys standing next to the 2 defensemen standing next to Vopat. Vopat's got to make that save. Excuse me, Tamburo's got to make that save. Again, the defenseman got to give him some help.
Here's a look at Mike Tamburo as the second period about to get underway. Jacks Hockey brought to you in part tonight by the Ohio Lottery, who invites you to play the Super Lotto. Somebody's going to win. It might as well be you. Here's the pick 3 numbers for tonight, January the 3rd, 1997. The number 005. That's 005. The Ohio Lottery. Feel lucky today? Well, the Lumberjacks will send out Richard Park, Corey Foster, Jim Pack to start this second period. And Brad Lauer, it looks like the other forward. The Lumberjacks will skate it 4-on-4 here as they start the period.
Dave Mikhailuk goes in the penalty box to serve the first 2 minutes of that 4-minute penalty to Jeff Christian.
Jeff Christian got a 4-minute roughing penalty at the 20-minute mark of the period. And Mark Astley got just a 2 for Phoenix. So this is yet another Phoenix power play, or actually it will be after the Phoenix penalty expires. It's 4-on-4 at the start of the second. Now here comes Dave McElwain out of his own zone, out at center ice. McElwain threw it over on the far side to Corey Foster. Sidestep the check of the line. Loose puck, unable to catch up to that was McElwain. Now the other way. Here comes Phoenix into the zone. Brent Grieve took the shot going down. Fired that wide of the net. And the Lumberjacks gain control in their own zone. Corey Foster hands it off to McElwain. Poke check there. Foster follows up and trying to return the pass. He missed McElwain with that. Lumberjacks Foster changes up as Phoenix gains control in their own zone. Another minute to go on this 4-on-4. Now in over the line. Michel Mongeau dropped it there, coming late. DiPietro with a shot and a save there by Mike Tamburo. It's in behind him. We get a whistle, though, and a stoppage of play, and I believe this is going to be an interference penalty coming up. And it negates a Phoenix goal, really.
Well, I'm trying to read the call here. Phoenix was in possession of the puck, and they're driving to the net. Oh, there's the interference right there as the Phoenix forward clearly comes across and knocks Jim Pack right down, right here in front, is a little pick play, except he got a little bit too aggressive.
It's Rick Zombo, I believe, that's going to go in for interference, and Phoenix scores on the ensuing play, so this negates a 4-2 Phoenix lead. Here's a look at the penalty box. Things get a little crowded down there.
Well, the Lumberjacks now will have a 4-on-3 for the next 53 seconds. And this is where you create a lot of opportunities with open ice. Got to get some speed and somebody with some excellent hands to get to the puck to that guy that has the speed.
The Lumberjacks again skated 4-on-3 here, and here's Ian Moran. Jacks 0 for 3 in the power play. This is their 4th opportunity. And Phoenix picks it up and clears it all the way down the ice. Dan Burrow settles it down there for Peter Allen. Allen down to the head. It's Jan Hrdina on the move. Hrdina got it ahead of Brad Lauer. Lauer failed to control the pass into the corner. Now Lauer behind the net. Got a man out in front. Couldn't get it to Ian Moran. Now Hrdina back to Lauer. Out to the right point. Controlled by the Lumberjacks. Peter Allen near side. Ian Moran. Moran into the circle. Down low. Quick shot by Jan Hrdina. Glove saved by Bergeron. And Phoenix clears it all the way back to the Lumberjacks blue line. 10 seconds to go on this power play for the Lumberjacks. Phoenix player about to step out. That's Ruslan Bakirchen. Back it over the line is Peter Allen. Penalty expires, so the Lumberjacks now 0 for 4 officially. In behind the goal. They rip it around the boards. It got by Peter Allen and trickles all the way back into his own zone. This is another 4-on-4, and it's about to be a Phoenix power play. Mike Tamburro gave it up in the corner on the far side. Morgan a centering pass. Failing to catch up to that was Hans Volpat. And the Lumberjacks now back to even strength. So it's actually a Lumberjack power play. Jack skated 5-on-4. Back to the right point. This is Jim Pack with a shot. That was knocked down. Lumberjacks gain control, but Callender can't do anything with it. And Phoenix comes back out. On the near side, short-handed, the Roadrunners into the zone. Brad Kiley takes it over into the far point. Now he's going to rag the puck back to his own blue line. Center ice. But Kirchen fired that up over the goal, and the Lumberjacks back to get it. Callender with 15 seconds left in the Jacks man advantage. Here's Callender, crosses his own blue line to Jim Pack. Leads the center ice red line. Fires that deep into the zone, around the boards in the far corner. And Phoenix picks that up and chips it all the way back down the ice. Penalty about to expire as Jim Pack into his own zone. And officially now, the Lumberjacks go 0 for 5 on the power play. Still 3-2 Phoenix. Up through center ice. Here's Brian Bonnet on the move. Bonnet moving right in. Took it out in front. A quick shot, and it was knocked away from Eddie Patterson. Good play by Brian Bonnet, but perhaps he passed up a scoring chance. We get a time out of the ice. 3-2 Phoenix here on the Jacks Hockey Network.
You know, the road of life can be unpredictable. That's why I always travel with my own little safety device. Only your MasterCard now offers Master Road Assist. 24-hour roadside service anywhere in Canada and the U.S. So, whether you run out of gas or, heaven forbid, have a little roadside mechanical problem, no worries. With MasterCard's Master Road Assist, they're behind you all the way.
McCain changed potatoes into crispy bite-sized taters.
It's McCain tasty taters.
Bite-sized taters, crispy and golden brown on the outside. Crispy, so they lock in all that tender potato flavor you love.
You'll love the crispy flavor in our bite-sized taters.
McCain tasty taters in crispy bite-sized tater flavors. Cheese, regular, or Cajun.
The flavor in our bite-sized taters.
McCain tasty taters, crispy flavor in a bite-sized tater.
Back to that last scoring chance. Does Bonnet pass up a shot opportunity?
Well, he got it on his backhand, and he knows that Patterson is coming with him. He left it for Patterson, but Patterson just a little bit farther behind than what Bonnet thought he was. Maybe he should have gone for it, but when you're in those situations, you have to make split-second decisions.
Here comes Phoenix out of their own zone. Still 3-2. The Roadrunners with the lead. Ian Moran got it ahead of Brian Bonnet right in front of the Phoenix bench. He's checked from behind. Lane Lambert got it ahead of Eddie Patterson. Patterson dumped it into the zone, and the Roadrunners fire it right back out. Now Patterson stripped to the puck. Lane Lambert on the far side shovels that wide of the net. And the Lumberjacks chase in after it. They play it into the corner, now into the right point. Ian Moran centering pass. Eddie Patterson looking for Lane Lambert in front. That was in behind him, and Phoenix gets it out at center ice. Bounced away from DiPietro. Now in his own zone, this is Ben Butenschot. Trying to hit it ahead of Brian Bonin. Now Bonin carries it out of his own zone. It's center ice. Brian Bonin stick handles it over the line. On the left side, he got it to Eddie Patterson, trying to dump it out in front. That was played away from Lane Lambert. Now DiPietro, a lead pass on the left side. Phoenix on the move. Brent Grieve at a bad angle. Got Tambura down. Grieve bumped off the puck in behind the net. Now along the boards on the near side. DiPietro penalty coming up. I believe this is going to be against the Lumberjacks. The whistle comes, and Phoenix is going to go on the power play after a slashing penalty to the Lumberjacks, and I believe it's Eddie Patterson that's going to go off.
A lot of penalties being called by this official here tonight, and I'm not sure that all of them are warranted, but it's certainly creating the power play opportunities for these hockey clubs.
4:10 is going to be the time of the penalty to Eddie Patterson for slashing, and Phoenix goes on the man advantage as we're going to look at Eddie Patterson in the box.
The Lumberjacks create some good scoring chances and then turn around and get a penalty.
Alka-Seltzer Plus, Bear Aspirin, and the Cleveland Lumberjacks can give you the chance to participate in a private hockey clinic with Jacks coaches. It'll be Sunday, March 23rd when the Jacks take on the Chicago Wolves, and you can stay after the clinic to take in the game. Sign up at participating retail outlets for the Alka-Seltzer Plus, Bear Aspirin, Skate with the Jacks sweepstakes. Entries must be received by the 17th of March. And Phoenix now goes on the power play as Eddie Patterson is in the box. Phoenix 1 for 1 in the first period. 0 for 1 on a brief power play chance here in the second. Nope, this is their first power play chance in the second period. And the Roadrunners start out from behind their own goal. Brad Tyler. Out of the head at center ice now. On the move, this is Dave Tomlinson. Tomlinson on the boards on the near side, poked it into the corner. Jim Pack cut him off. Jacks had a chance to clear around their own net. Calendar fanned on that. Back out to the right point. Astley, wide pass, quick shot and a save by Tamburo. Rebound, another shot by Michel Mongeau was knocked down in front. Jimmy Pack blocked that. Back out to the left point. Now Brad Tidey. Tidey got it out in front, high in the slot. Michel Mongeau trying to set it up on the side of the net. Bounced away from Dave McElwain. Astley faked the shot. Trying to get it to Mongeau. That bounced away from him. In behind the goal now. Tomlinson got it back to Mongeau in the corner. Jack's got a skate on that. Now Mongeau back on the left point. Tidey moving in with a shot. Rebound, another save by Mike Tamburo. And now they score on the backhand. Michel Mongeau's going to get credit for the goal. It's going to be his 15th of the season. But Tamburo made 2 big saves before they put it in.
He did. He made 2 excellent saves. The Phoenix Runners creating some opportunities. Again, driving for the net. And again, somebody's got to pick up that open man. Can't be reaching with your stick. You got to take the man. You got to go for him, and you got to meet it. You got to get the stick underneath him and take him. A good shot by the Phoenix player, and Mike Tamburo down on his back. Had a little chance here on this goal.
The shot from Tiley. Ken McRae at the side of the net, chopped at that, made another save. Tamburo did. And I believe Tiley and McRae will draw the 2 assists on the Michel Mongeau goal, his 15th of the season. And that's the second Phoenix power play goal. Right now, the difference in the game.
Michel Mongeau coming over to Phoenix from the Detroit Vipers of the IHL has scored 3 power play goals in the last week for this hockey club. And that's why he was acquired here.
Roadrunners 2 for 2 on the power play. Time of the goal, 5:14 here in the second. Now the Lumberjacks control the offensive zone. Jan Hrdina trying to dump it out in front. Phoenix intercepts that, and they clear it all the way down the ice. 4-2 the Roadrunners. And if the Jacks thought they were going to have an easy time with the last place team in the IHL, I think they have been surprised a bit by the Roadrunners.
I got to believe that they know that they've been struggling, so they weren't going into this game overconfident. They were more concerned with their own play than the Phoenix Roadrunners.
Tamburo out of his net, poked it away from the Phoenix player into the corner. Ian Moran picked at that. Jacks unable to get it on yet. Jeff Christian along the boards on the far side. Out to the left point, kept in by the Roadrunners. Now the Kirschen tried to dump that in front. That hit his skate. And Brad Lauer overskates it at his own blue line. Jeff Christian brings it out. Christian gave it to Brad Lauer at the line. That play looked offside. Jan Hrdina's got it. High on the slot. He scores! Jan Hrdina took a quick wrist shot that beat J.C. Berger on the stick side. And Jan Hrdina returns to the lineup after missing 6 games. And Hrdina scores his 14th goal of the year.
Not only his 14th goal, but he's creating some opportunities for his line mate. There's a good shot by Hrdina over the right shoulder of Bergeron. Again, Brad Lauer breaking for the net. This line has created opportunities for themselves because they move the puck to the open man and then they drive to the net.
6:15 is going to be the time of the goal for Jan Hrdina, his 14th of the season. And Jan Hrdina continues to climb up the scoring for rookies. He's now tied for the rookie lead with 14 goals. Here's a look at Jan Hrdina as we get the call of the goal. And again, the Lumberjacks come right back. Just 61 seconds after Phoenix had scored. And the Jacks now pull it back to within one. It's his first goal since December the 15th. And here come the Roadrunners on the attack now. On the far side, they get it out in front, and a shot up over the goal, in behind the net. Lumberjacks, Peter Allen, defenseman, takes his man down. He's on top of the puck in the corner. Phoenix trying to gain control now. DiPietro plays it back to the line. McKinney with a shot. It's in behind. Tamburi's finally got it covered up. We get a whistle and stoppage of play, but sticks come up high. Tempers Flair, but nothing more comes of this. With 13:10 to go here in the second period, Phoenix still with a 4-3 lead. And the Lumberjacks trying to keep the pressure on.
Mike Tamburo standing right up at the top of the crease, making a good play, and that's where he's got to play. That's where he's at his best, when he stands up at the top of the paint.
Well, last month the Lumberjacks celebrated Cleveland's hockey history. Bob, you were a part of that. The Barons Crusaders Heritage Night. Jacks wore Baron replica jerseys that evening, and we're going to have 10 of these to auction off at the Jacks Grand Slam for Special Olympics, Monday, January 27th at Grand Slam Grill. The dinner auction will be available for you to come on down and have a good time, meet the guys, and make a bid at one of those jerseys. Again, at the Grand Slam Grill, we hope to see you out there on January 27th. Now Lane Lambert in the corner on his far side, got it ahead at center ice. Now it comes to Dave McWayne. McWayne in the bad angle, pulls up side of the net, goes in behind the goal, trying to wrap it around to the backhand. Dumps it out in front. Phoenix intercepts, and they clear it back to the Cleveland blue line. Wearing to play it is Jim Pack. Pack got it ahead. McWayne in his own zone now. Lumberjacks got it near side to Jim Pack. He's cut off, and it's center ice. Phoenix brings it right back in. Brad Toddy dumped it out in front. A pad save there by Tamburo. The bouncing puck still out in front. Majot had a chance, but Tamburo covers it up. 12:24 to go in the second. Still 4-3 Phoenix here on the Jacks Hockey Network.
Prestone presents a technological breakthrough. Prestone Windshield De-Icer Washer Fluid. It not only removes ice, but unlike other washer fluids, won't refreeze on your windshield. Prestone De-Icer Fluid. Wipe out ice with Prestone.
It's out there. It's ice, and it fears only heat. Driveway heat from Prestone melts up to 4 times more ice than rock salt with no messy residue. Get driveway heat and kiss your ice goodbye.
Hey, Annie.
Hi.
Love the hat.
Oh, I need it. My hair's a disaster. Look at my dandruff.
That's easy to take care of with the right shampoo. Here.
With ordinary shampoo, flakes can come back, but Head & Shoulders helps eliminate dandruff and stop flakes before they even start, so you may never see flakes again. And your hair.
My hair looks great. Thanks.
Don't forget your hat.
Who needs it?
Head & Shoulders, because great hair can't have flakes.
Well, Christmas may be over, but we've always said that Jacks Hockey is the best buy in town. So for the after-holiday gifts, some new Jacks jerseys have come out, and we ask everyone, you get a jersey, call 1-800-JACKS-24, 1-800-JACKS-24, and for all our Canadian viewers, you can dial that 1-800 number tonight. Back upstairs, guys.
All right, Mike. I can look pretty good with that jersey on. We've gotten a lot of calls from all over, not only the country, but all over Canada as well for Jacks merchandise. Amazing how popular this stuff has become. Peter Allen at center ice now. Headmans the puck to Jan Hrdina. He's cut off at the blue line. Poked it deep into the corner on the Roadrunners. Gain control in their own zone. Jacks down a goal here in the second period as we approach the halfway point of the contest. Around the boards on the far side, knocked away from Morgan. Morgan taken to the ice right in front of referee Ian Walsh. Now stepping away from a man, Jeff Christian. He's got a 2-on-1 with Brad Lauer coming late. He took the shot, bouncing puck out in front after Bergeron made the save. Into the corner, Hrdina. Centering pass now. Christian laid it just wide of the goal. Brad Lauer into the corner, far side now. This line threatening again. Near side, it's Rick Hayward pitching in. In behind the net, Hrdina tried to dump it out in front. Lauer with a shot and a save by J.C. Bergeron. He hangs on.
Good opportunities, good creativity by the Cleveland Lumberjacks, keeping the puck down low, forcing the Phoenix defensemen to turn their back on the play, and they have opportunity, about 3 good shots.
J.C. Bergeron thus far has faced 22 shots. Here's a look at that last chance by Lauer.
Boy, you want to get Brad Lauer in the slot with that shot. He's the guy to get there.
Hrdina makes a pretty pass from behind the net, too.
Good play by Rick Hayward. Rick was down low. Rick, a defenseman, left defenseman, came down into the corner and just kept the puck rolling behind the net.
Look at Brad Lauer now leads the team with 18 goals, 13 points in his last 15 games. Down the circle near side, Brian Bonning comes in to take the draw. Dave McConaughey on the left wing, Eddie Patterson on the right side. This really the third line for the Lumberjacks. Patterson knocked his man to the ice, plays the puck out in front. Glove save Bergeron. That would have missed the net, but he gets a whistle and a stoppage.
Lumberjacks keep forcing to keep driving the net, especially this line. Dave McCulloch likes to go to the net, likes to plant his feet. Gets a lot of opportunities from the doorstep.
Serge Aubin is out of the lineup tonight. He and Brian Bonin, Aubin and Brian Bonin, have really kind of been battling for that forward spot. Richard Park again, the extra forward tonight, the 10th forward. Rick Patterson is hoping that this sparks Richard Park to get him back into the lineup full time. Now behind his own goal, Mark Astley skates it off the far side, now plays it ahead at his own blue line. On the move for the Phoenix Roadrunners, they dump it wide of the goal. 25 goals have been scored in 7 IHL games tonight, so they have come in bunches, and they've come in quick succession here tonight.
Interesting here tonight, Tim, that we've got 2 Hobie Bakers playing in this hockey game. 2 Hobie Baker winners.
Brian Bonin's one.
And then the Chris Marinucci in 1992, I believe.
Chris Marinucci acquired from the Islanders on November the 19th in a trade for Nicholas Vachon. Well, he's got 12 points, 6 and 6 goals, 6 assists in the last 18 games for Robbie Laird's team. Laird was the coach for 2 straight years in Phoenix. Did not start this season as the head coach, and replaced his replacement, I guess, 12 games ago. And his team is now going 5-5-2. And for a club that was struggling as much as the Roadrunners were, Laird has pretty well turned his team around.
Robbie Laird is a former professional goaltender.
So they're all over the place. And a partner included tonight. For those viewers in Canada, you may remember the name Bob Whidden, former goaltender with the Cleveland Crusaders and the World Hockey Association. And a teammate of Jerry Cheevers, right?
Yes, I was.
Back in behind the goal. It bounces away from the Lumberjacks. Dave Mockwen couldn't get the handle on that. That is played up into the Lumberjacks bench and out of play, and we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. Here's our 800 number for Jacks merchandise, 1-800-JACKS-24. Doesn't matter where you are. And all kinds of neat stuff. They've got this brochure that they'll send you as well, and boy, that is chock full with all kinds of great merchandise.
Well, one of the things that I enjoy about the brochure is that they use the Cleveland Lumberjack players, Jock Callender and his very attractive wife as models for this, and I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, Jock's not the first one you notice. I think
yes, he is. So,
back to the line, the Lumberjacks, Peter Allen teed it up there, and it was knocked down in front. And the Phoenix Roadrunners get it out at center ice now. On the move. Quick shot there by Stefan Soulier. And Mike Tamburo made the save and hangs on with 10:18 to go from the period. And the Lumberjacks still down a goal. Well, KFC and the Plain Dealer Family Days provide Jack fans with savings of almost $50, $46 off a great family event. Join the team, get 4 tickets to a Lumberjack game, an 8-piece KFC family meal that includes a 6-pack of Pepsi, a couple of mini wooden hockey sticks, and 2 mini hockey puck keychains. Upcoming family days include January the 11th against the K-Wings and January 24th when the Jacks play host to the Orlando Soda Bears. Check the Plain Dealer for information. Along the boards on the far side now, Lane Lambert chipped it out to center ice. We approach the halfway point of the contest now. 10 minutes to go here in the second period. And the Lumberjacks trying to gain control at center ice. Almost took Rick Zombo off that puck. Now Rick Hayward has it. Right wing pass on the move is Lane Lambert. Bounced away from him. Lambert poked it into the zone. Then he's sent flying. In behind the goal. They play it around the boards on the near side. Now come the Roadrunners on the attack now. They dump it back in behind Mike Tamburo into the corner far side. Bopat tipped to the line. Lumberjacks shot Callender back to play it. Callender around the boards. And he is able to clear the zone as if Tirshin got over there too late. Backhands that back into the Cleveland zone on the delayed offside. Jacks played ahead quickly at center ice. Now on the move is Jock Callender. Callender over the line, dropped it there. Jeff Christian into the circle. Centering pass looking for McElwain. It was in behind him. And the Roadrunners turned the other way. For Phoenix now, Brent Breven over the line. Threw it over along the far boards. Tried to step around Sven Budenschan. Budenschan chopped it away. Now Ian Moran. Actually, Jan Herdina, quick left swing pass to Jeff Christian. Christian over the line, left it there for Moran. Moran at a bad angle, centering pass. It was knocked back in behind the goal. And the Roadrunners, Brent Breve deep in his own zone. Backhands that ahead. Just too far in front of Steve McKenna. And the Lumberjacks back to get it as we look our shots on goal total. The Lumberjacks still 5 fewer shots than the Roadrunners have. Jacks in their own zone still. Jeff Christian gave it up to Ian Moran. And Moran carries it out at center ice. Weaves his way through center ice. Stick handles it over the line. Still with the puck. Took the shot wide of the net. Off the end board. They score! Jeff Christian got to the loose puck first. And Christian beats J.C. Bergeron for his 18th goal of the year. And the Lumberjacks have tied the game at 4.
Again, Ian Moran making a good play, rushing down the ice, staying in the middle of the slot. He fires a shot on net. He misses the net. But then you'll see Jeff Christian driving for the net. And that's where, again, where the Lumberjacks have had success tonight. Players driving for the net. Again, you'll see Herdina right there. He didn't figure in on the scoring. But again, it's his line that's leading the way here tonight for the Lumberjacks.
Well, Jack's coach Rick Patterson talked about it, trying to hit the net. He's been concerned with it, but it works out this time.
That rebound coming back off the boards, and that's the advantage of playing in your home rink. You know the bounces. Not saying that Jeff Christian figured it was going to bounce that way, but again, he was driving for the net. Had the goaltender made the save, Jeff would have been there for the rebound.
Christian now with a goal and an assist. In fact, a goal and 2 assists here tonight. And Jeff Christian now with 38 points leads this team in scoring and continues to. Jock Callender along the boards on the far side, couldn't get by the Phoenix defender, and they play it back to the Cleveland blue line. Jim Pack gave it up at center ice. Here comes Phoenix into the zone. Michel Mongeau is stripped of the puck. Ken McCray also looking for the loose puck just outside the Lumberjack blue line. Now it comes ahead to Richard Park. Park waiting for some help. McElwain cuts back out in front of the net. Coming off the bench late is Corey Foster. Into the circle far side. McElwain is hauled to the ice. No penalty. Crowd reacts to that. And out come the Roadrunners at center ice. They'll play it wide of the Cleveland goal. Mike Tamburro settled that down. Now plays it ahead off the glass. Kind of a dangerous play, but he did clear his own zone. But Tierschen trying to hold off Jock Callender. Still the bouncing puck. Jim Pack got a stick on that. Now Callender got it to the Phoenix blue line, looking for McConaughey. That's played away from Dave McConaughey. And the Lumberjacks unable to gain control as Phoenix plays it ahead. Now into the zone. Quick shot by McCray. Sails up over everything. Jacks to the line. It trickles out center ice, and Phoenix takes over there. 7.5 minutes to go now in the second. We're tied at 4. On the far side, DiPietro falls over the heels of his own man. Corey Foster lead pass the other way. Broken up at center ice. Bonin's got it back again. Brian Bonin plays it in behind the Phoenix net. Bergeron left it there for Peterson. Skates it out the far side. Now gave it up on the left wing. Rink wide pass. It comes to Soulier. And he plays that back in behind the net. He took a hit by Rick Hayward. Around the boards it goes, and it trickles all the way back to the Phoenix zone. Going to play it for the Lumberjacks, or for the Roadrunners. This is Rick Zombo. Zombo's going to rip it by Rick Hayward. That should be an icing call. If Peter Allen can get there, he does. An icing whistle down. 6:49 to go in the second. We're tied at 4 now. The Jacks and the Roadrunners on the Jacks Hockey Network.
When Marie Antoinette said, "Let them eat cake," did she mean McCain deep and delicious cake? With a see-through dome that seals in the rich, moist flavor. So you can reseal it and put it back in the freezer. Until you just have to have another rich, moist piece. Try McCain Deep and Delicious Cake with the resealable Flavor Lock Dome. You can let them eat cake again and again.
Jacks fans, First Federal of Lakewood is offering you the chance to win a $250,000 home. Register at select Jack games at Gund Arena or at any of the 7 First Federal of Lakewood offices. First Federal of Lakewood, helping to bring you affordable family fun this year and a chance to win a home. In fact, the home of your dreams. I could stand to win that thing. Jacks have come back to tie the Roadrunners here at 4. 6.5 minutes or so to go here in the second period. Back even their own zone. Ian Moran comes back to touch for an icing. And the faceoff's going to come all the way back into the Phoenix end. And the last 2 goals of this contest scored by the Lumberjacks are Dina and Christian. And Christian now tied again with Brad Lauer for the team lead.
And they're both playing on the same line with Herdina centering them. Herdina just amazes me game after game when he's playing and he's healthy, how he creates opportunities and makes good things happen. He's always in the center. He's got good hands. He reads the play real well, and he's able to get the puck to his teammates.
20-year-old from Czechoslovakia, played in the Western Hockey League last year. And and has been quite a find for the Lumberjacks. Along the boards on the far side, Jeff Christian trying to battle for that. Herdina got it free, spun away from a check, pulled it out in front. Back to the line, he dropped it. Quick shot there and a save by J.C. Bergeron on Sven Butenschon. Butenschon looking for his first goal of the year. And the Roadrunners play it deep into the corner at the side of his own net. This is Ian Moran. Around the boards, he rings it. Jeff Christian couldn't get a stick on that. Christian settles it down into the corner now. Trying to get it away from Michel Majot. Now the Lumberjacks with a chance to clear, and Moran's just going to ice it down the ice, and the Lumberjacks will make the change for the faceoffs coming back into the Cleveland zone with just under 6 minutes to go. As we talk so much about line combination, here's a look at the scoring tonight. And these top two lines, obviously the 3 goals from the Lauer-Herdina-Christian line. Nothing yet from that third line, but boy, when you get 3 goals out of one line.
Well, you want to have balanced scoring on your hockey club, and right now the Lumberjacks are getting some of that. But the third line has created some opportunities. Dave Mikhailuk has had a couple of chances.
Mikhailuk, Patterson playing together for the first time. Patterson's been out with a bad back for quite a while. He's missed the last 6 games, and Eddie Patterson back in there. He's a banger. He certainly will make things happen. Dave McAway now over the line, got it near his side to Jim Pack. Pack missed it after that. Clearing the tap, knocked down by McAway. McAway gave it along the boards to Lane Lambert. Sidestep to check in behind the goal. He got it to McAway. McAway check there. Bouncing puck out in front. Backhand shot. And Lane Lambert actually Callender, and he scores. Jock Callender finally got it up over J.C. Bergeron. The Jacks just kept working. And Callender scores just his 13th or his 3rd goal in the last 16 games, and Callender has given the Lumberjacks the 1-goal lead.
You talked about getting scoring from your other lines, and no sooner than we say it than we get Callender out there scoring that goal. Again, he had about 4 chances. Bergeron made 3 or 4 saves before Jock was able to put it in. The play all starts behind the net with McElwain taking a look. He sees Jock breaking into the net. There's one shot by Jock, the second shot, and it goes right up underneath Bergeron's arm. It's just very slowly crosses the goal line.
14:31 is going to be the time of the goal for Jock Callender. It's his 6th of the year, and again 3rd in the last 16 games. McElwain will draw one of the 2 assists, and Lane Lambert the other. Bouncing puck out in front, and Bergeron's got that pin along the goalpost on the far side, and we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. The Jacks have scored 3 straight against J.C. Bergeron. This one at 14:31, and Callender has given the Lumberjacks the 1-goal lead.
While the Lumberjacks haven't had much of the offense they had in the first period, they've seemed to create some better scoring opportunities. Again, driving to the net seems to have, they've been having great success with that this evening.
Jacks have had 8 shots in this second period, and they've scored 3 times. Now Callender on the faceoff. It squirts out between the circles. Phoenix got to it first, and they clear it back to the Lumberjack zone. Peter Allen in the circle on the far side. Off the boards, he got it ahead at center ice now. Jacks lay it across on the near side. Dave McElwain catches up to that. Poke that into the zone. Callender chases in after it, but Phoenix is there first. Now Callender almost took it away. He finally does. Centering pass. He hit a Phoenix player with that. Coming back the other way. Hans Nemechek at center ice, ripped it back in behind the goal. Around the boards it goes through the air. Let it go by. A shot well wide of the net. Rick Hayward in the corner in his own zone. Fanned on a clearing attempt. Phoenix gets it high in the slot now. Soulier, and he couldn't set it up in front. It goes into the corner near side. They've got it pinned in along the boards. We get a whistle and a stoppage of play. With just over 4.5 minutes to go in the second, the Jacks now have their first lead of the game, 5-4 on the Jacks Hockey Network.
Let's enjoy it while we can. Let's enjoy it while we can. Won't you help me sing my song? Help me sing my song. We'll be lovers once again. Take the bright side of the road.
Introducing the all-new Toyota Camry. Take the bright side of the road.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You can tell which house has the Vicks NyQuil and which doesn't. Bob and Fred both came home coughing, sneezing, stuffy, aching all over. Bob's house had a cold medicine which only relieves his stuffiness and aching, while Fred's home had Vicks NyQuil. It does the work of an antihistamine, decongestant, pain reliever, and cough medicine. So unlike Bob, Fred gets more complete relief. So he gets the rest he needs. That's the restful plus of Vicks NyQuil. It's the cold relief you want to come home to. Vicks NyQuil.
The
The Jacks are up 5-4. No one expect them to let up. Coach Rick Patterson said, look, J.C. Bergeron is rattled right now. He's lost 13 games this year, and here's a guy who can't withstand the stamina. And the Jacks right now trying to pepper some more shots to add a little bit more to the score. Back upstairs, guys.
J.C. Bergeron, 4-10-5 is his record coming into the game, and the goals against just over 3. And Jock Callender, the Lumberjack captain, has given the Jacks their first lead. Bob Jack power play numbers 0 for 5 at this point of the contest. That's a little misleading, though, because they've only been on the power play for 4 minutes and 57 seconds.
And they have created some good opportunities, and keep getting some power play opportunities, keep shooting the puck. You're going to tire the better the defense out for the Phoenix Roadrunners.
Now the face-off in the Cleveland zone in behind the net. Peter Allen on the far side skates it out of his own zone to his own blue line. Allen at center ice now, gains the Phoenix blue line. Right wing pass, Jeff Christian, snap shot and a save. And the rebound out in front. Another shot and a save, and it got away from Bergeron. And the Lumberjacks, Jan Hurtina unable to gain control. DiPietro got it ahead to his own blue line. DiPietro follows it up. Left wing pass over the line. Brett Grieve moving in. Grieve took the shot, and it's knocked away in behind the goal. Grieve trying to dump it out in front. A centering pass, and the Phoenix player fanned on the scoring attempt. He falls to the ice and looks to the rafters. And Mike Tamburo perhaps lucked out.
Well, he certainly did on that play. The Phoenix Roadrunner player, I believe it might have been Ken McRae.
Actually, I think it was DiPietro on the left side. They go in behind the net. They center the pass out in front, and DiPietro just fanned as he fell backwards.
Well, he had the open 4x6 right there. We'll get a real good look at it on this side. Tamburo stands up at the top of the paint, gets across. He gets trapped down. He just couldn't get up in time, but DiPietro misses that scoring opportunity.
4:08 to go in the period. Grieve again, that centering pass, and DiPietro going to be talking to himself about that one. The Jacks still with a 1-goal lead. Line of the net now, the Lumberjacks unable to catch up to that in their own zone. Now Ken McRae tipped it alive into the corner. They try to dump it back out in front, knocked down with a skate. Phoenix still with a puck. Tomlinson played it back in behind the goal. Lumberjacks kicked that into the corner. Jim Pack tries to get the face-off as he pins it along the boards in the corner. Pack battles for it. They get it free into the circle. Tomlinson checked off the puck. Centering pass, quick shot to save right on the goal line by Tamburo. Cleared out to the line, but kept in. Now it jumps away from Steve McKenna. And Jeff Christian tipped it there for Jim Pack. Now Christian got it back. Stepped it over the line, returned the pass to Pack. Pack left it there for Lauer. Lauer now left it to Pack. Centering pass to Christian to the side of the net. And Christian was just too deep. Lauer in behind the goal, trying to ward off a check. He comes away from that. Gave it up in the circle. A shot by Christian. Knocked down in front. And the Lumberjacks continue to pressure. This line of Lauer, Hurtina, and Christian has been dangerous all night. To the left point. Pack shot and a save. And the rebound out in front. Phoenix unable to get it out yet. Now Lauer in the circle near side. Back out to the left point. Pack tried to one-time that to Jan Hurtina. Phoenix intercepts that. Again, they fail to clear. And they play it in behind the goal. Lumberjack player taken to the ice. Referee Ian Walsh just looked at that. Now Tomlinson threw it over into the far corner. Mark Astley clears it off his own man and out center ice. And the Jacks, Dave McConaughey now. On the near side, plays it back deep into the Phoenix zone. Got by J.C. Bergeron. Eddie Patterson on the right wing. Played it back into the corner near side. Dave McConaughey centering pass for Bonin. Bonin couldn't control that. And Phoenix chops it down the ice. And the Lumberjacks have the Roadrunners on the run a little bit here late in the second period. Phoenix changed up as the Lumberjacks set up shop in behind their own goal. 2:18 to go in the second period. 5-4, Lumberjacks have the lead. They've scored 3 straight times. Now Nemechek in to play it away from Eddie Patterson. Brad Tylen out in front of his own goal. Threw it out at center ice, blocked by Rick Hayward. Patterson bangs that off the board. Try to get it to McConaughey. McConaughey tipped that wide of the net. Ryan Bonin didn't get there before Volpat. Now in the far corner, they play it to the line, and it bounces out center ice. Hayward gave it up at his own blue line. And the Lumberjacks play it ahead. Brad Tiny controls. 1:45 to go in the period. Now the Jacks around their own blue line. Ian Moran got it near side. Rick Hayward. And Hayward gives it up at the Phoenix blue line. Solier dropped it back. Now it comes to Volpat. Volpat spun away from a Brian Bonencheck. Not coming up. Solier into the zone. Left wing pass. It was in behind his man. Nemechek into the corner on the far side. The Lumberjacks trying to pin that along the boards on the far side. Rick Hayward doing a good job of that. Actually, it's the Lumberjacks defenseman Ian Moran. And we get a whistle with 1:17 left here in the second period. Quick look at our next televised game on Fox Sports Pittsburgh and Sports Channel coming up Sunday in Cincinnati as the Lumberjacks take on the Cyclones at 6 o'clock. And that should be a good battle.
Well, it always is a good battle when you get these two Ohio cities The rivalry here goes back many, many years, not only in hockey, of course, but in football, of which, of course, we don't have a team now. But we will.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Well, these two teams play again tomorrow afternoon here at Denver before that Sunday game. Bouncing puck out in front. Jacks clear it away. Callender lays it back into the Phoenix zone. That won't go far enough for an icing. And with 1:05 left, they're in behind their own net. Down to the near side, Marinucci. Centering pass intercepted. Callender out in front. Dave McElwain hit to the ice. No penalty called. And Rick Patterson is up on the bench screaming at Ian Wall. That's another example of McElwain upended with nothing coming. Now Marinucci is poked away. Up ahead, Callender got it left side to Dave McElwain. That's going to be ruled a two-line pass, and the face-off back to the Lumberjack side of the center ice red line. Does Rick Patterson have a beat?
Well, again, Dave McElwain is in possession of the puck when he gets pulled down. Again, it's a call. The referee, it's a judgment call right here. And now I got to believe he was in possession of the puck. He just got out-muscled by the Phoenix player.
McElwain arguing with the linesman now about what he thought should have been an onside play from Callender up ahead to McElwain. We got a penalty coming up. And it's Marinucci of Phoenix. So there was a penalty called. It didn't look like they were going to whistle that down.
I don't believe that was on the call. I believe that was the call was on Jock Callender as he was coming out of the zone on the same play that Dave McElwain is arguing that it was a two-line pass. But now the face comes out into the zone, out of the defensive zone of the Cleveland Lumberjacks.
It's the 6th power play chance for the Lumberjacks. There are the numbers. It's not pretty. 0 for 5 with 4 shots. But again, most of these have not been full power plays. Under 5 minutes of power play time the Lumberjacks have enjoyed thus far. 35 seconds to go in the period. Jacks up by a goal with a chance to add to it. And Christian plays that up over the glass onto his own bench. And the faceoff back out at center ice. Jacks have Christian out there on the power play with Jan Hrdina and Brad Lauer, and that line has been so effective. Why not keep them together in the power play?
Well, again, they move the puck extremely well, and the key to the Lumberjacks power play, as we saw earlier, is they like to move the puck back to the point and start their attack from the blue line.
30 seconds to go in the period. Foster comes near side to Peter Allen. They're the two-point men. Here you see the timer minute. Now Jan Hrdina poked it ahead too far in front of Jeff Christian. Phoenix turns, fires that back the other way. And Foster's got to hurry to play. Corey Foster in his own zone. Again, rink wide to Peter Allen. Allen out of his own end. Left wing pass missed. Jan Hrdina with that. Goes deep into the zone. Phoenix gets there first. They rip it up past Corey Foster. That'll do it. The horn will sound. The second period comes to an end. The Jacks will still be in the power play for 1:16 when the third period begins. But 3 straight goals by Jan Hrdina, Jeff Christian, and Jock Callender has given the Lumberjacks a 5-4 lead after 2 periods of play. We'll take a break, come back with a recap of that second period after this on the Jacks Hockey Network.
This sports break is brought to you by Nissan. Life is a journey. Enjoy the ride.
Hi, welcome to the newsroom. 6 games in the National Hockey League tonight, including the St. Louis Blues against the Buffalo Sabres, looking to get back on top of the Northeast Division of the NHL. And the Sabres here falling behind. Jim Campbell, great pass to Jeff Portnoy. Right there, maybe one Dominic Hasek should have stopped. It is 1-0 for the Blues. And a little controversy here in the second. Harry York tucks this rebound behind Hasek. Initially ruled a goal, but further review showed the puck did not cross the line. Great save there by Brian Holzinger. Saves a goal against for Buffalo. It is now 2-0, however. Campbell has added one, and Buffalo has just scored, so it's 2-1. So New Jersey scoreless with Ottawa. We'll have all the scores and highlights coming up. Sports Desk at 11 Eastern Time.
The Nissan Pathfinder. Go wherever your imagination takes you.
In a clinic like this, I can't stop for a headache. The doctor here told me about Advil. It's tough on pain, and it really works fast. In fact, 1 Advil is so effective, 1 is often enough. And for cold and sinus congestion, there's Advil Cold and Sinus. It's tough on colds, like Advil is on pain. And now it's available without a prescription.
Advil and Advil Cold and Sinus. Tough on pain, tough on cold congestion.
Back on the Jacks Hockey Network, 5-4 now. The Lumberjacks enjoying a 1-goal lead after 2 periods of play. Pretty good second period. The Lumberjacks gave up the first goal of the period, but roared back with 3 straight goals.
And the Lumberjacks didn't lose their poise. Again, they kept driving for the net. That's one of the keys to this hockey game, is the Lumberjacks creating opportunities, driving for the net, going for the rebound. And again, they lead this hockey game 5-4 because they're executing on those little things that they wanted to do to get this hockey game going.
Jacks got 3 straight goals from Herdina, Christian, and Jock Callender. And we're going to get a chance to talk to one of the Lumberjacks here. Standing by downstairs is Dave McElwain. So let's take an opportunity to talk to Dave and get him back into his room. Dave, a much better second period. The Lumberjacks seem to have Phoenix now a little bit on the run.
Well, the way the game's gone, I don't think there's any indication that we have them on the run. You know, we took the play to them a bit in the second period, and you know, we were obviously disappointed with our start. We knew we wanted to be ready, but it just wasn't there. And you know, we come in, talked about it in the first period, and tried to be ready mentally, and I think we had a better second period.
Dave, I know Rick Patterson has talked a lot with you guys about coming out ready at the start of a period. First periods have been, for some reason, a mystery for the Lumberjacks. Phoenix comes out with 2 quick goals. How important was it that the Lumberjacks got that second one right back?
Well, we knew, you know, we talked about it. I don't know what the reasoning is for not being ready, because it is a big game. You know, we've been slipping in the standings, you know, losing the last 5 games. So we wanted to be ready, be prepared, practice hard all week, and then we come out flat. I just think it's something mentally that each individual has to look at themselves and find a way to prepare themselves for each game.
Dave, you've had success tonight, the hockey club has, by driving to the net, working and getting the shots. Is that something that you talked about in the dressing room, or is it just something that's happening for you guys this evening?
Well, I think when you struggle a bit, we haven't been able to put the puck in the net as well as you know, we have been in the past. We've had a lot of good chances, myself included. Other guys have you know, been firing around the net, but it just hasn't been going in. And I think that's one way of getting yourself out of a slump is driving to the net, taking shots, trying to get some ugly goals. Maybe one will go off someone's leg or whatever it may be to get in the net. And we just come out in the second period, and that's what we wanted to do, and we had success with that result.
Mac, you've got 2 assists tonight, including the go-ahead goal by Jock Callender. Can you tell us how the goal developed? Jock Callender is, like many of his teammates, found the goal scoring a little hard to come by, and a big goal for Jock to give you guys the 1-goal lead.
Well, it has. It started out with a play with Lane on the boards, and you know, he didn't have a play, so he threw it deep to myself. Jock went to the net, as we talked about earlier, and he was able to hang on to the puck. He's got great patience, and he was able to slide it under the goalie. So it was a big goal for us to go into the third with a lead.
Dave, for those who have not had the opportunity to follow the Lumberjacks all season long, you missed a lot of games with a knee injury. I know you're going to play probably the rest of the year with the knee brace. How are you adapting to that, and how does it affect you?
Well, the knee feels really well. It took me a couple days, I guess a couple weeks to get used to the brace. It usually takes you know, the first 5 or 10 minutes of the warm-up to get used to it, and then it's on there. A couple times it might move a bit during the game, you tighten it up and away you go. But once you get going, it's something that it's part of my game now, and I've been used to it for the last 6 or 7 games.
Dave, I know a lot of guys, all the Lumberjacks certainly well aware of this game being shown in Canada on TSN from Seaforth, Ontario. You got any friends or family back home watching the game?
I'm sure there is. My parents for sure, and a lot of friends will be watching, and friends in London I'm sure are going to be watching. But I also want to congratulate Boyd Deverell from Seaforth, who's playing on the World Junior team and had a pair of goals today. My father had called me, so I want to wish Boyd and the rest of the Canadian junior team success in their final game.
Hey, Dave, I got to remind the folks here of our little plane trip back from Grand Rapids. Did the guys give you some ribbing when you got back? They had a 5-hour bus trip. You were on a plane for 40 minutes.
Well, I definitely did. I knew that was going to be coming. When I got off the plane, I didn't feel as well as I should have the next night. The guys rode 5 hours, felt great, and And I rode 40 minutes and the plane felt awful, so my excuse was I had jet lag. I can only use that once in a while, so it was a comfortable ride, but we ended up, I don't know if I think we lost the game, so it was that excuse.
First time I've heard of jet lag from Grand Rapids to Cleveland. Dave, we appreciate you joining us, and good luck coming up in the third period.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
Jack's forward, Dave McElwain. We'll take a break here in our second intermission. The Lumberjacks on top of the Phoenix Roadrunners after 2, and we're back after this on the Jacks Hockey Network.
McCain brings you the
fist. One lucky family is going to win a trip to sunny Los Angeles to see the Jacks take on the Long Beach Ice Dogs in March. To enter, visit the Ralston Purina I Want to Be a Lumberjack Dog display at participating retail outlets. That should be easy to find wherever Ralston Purina is sold. Here's a look at some of the crowd at Gund Arena, and so far they've liked what they've seen, even though Phoenix gets their first goal at the start of the second period to take a 2-goal lead. The Jacks again come roaring back.
And then they gained the opportunity here in the start of the third period with a power play for 1 minute and 16 seconds. Lumberjacks pressing a little bit on their power play there. They haven't got into unicism coming up the ice, and that's where they've run into trouble. The toughest part of the power play, anybody will tell you, is to get the puck in the other team's zone.
Mike Tambura leading his teammates back out onto the ice, and the Lumberjacks with 1 period to go as they try to snap what has turned into a 5-game winless skid. Jacks 0-4-1 in the last 5, and this would be a big one with these same 2 teams set to do battle tomorrow afternoon here at Gund Arena. We're going to try to get Coach Rick Patterson as the Lumberjacks come out of their room. Mike DePasquale is standing by downstairs. I beg your pardon. I said Rick Patterson. Actually, it's assistant coach Perry Gatcher. Let's go to Mike. Mike?
Jacks on top 5-4, but I know not only is the coaching staff happy with 3 straight goals, but I heard you say, Mike Tambura, you're playing a better game than the first period. Some rookie problems in the first period.
Well, I guess Mike was a little shaky, there's no doubt, but the guys are battling. I mean, we had to battle our way back in this one. I think we tightened up a little bit in the second period, and hopefully we can come after him in the third, get the puck down deep on him like we did in the second, and continue to pressure him. I think their goalie's been struggling himself.
I was going to say, J.C. Bergeron having some problems. I heard both you and Rick literally screaming to put the heat on him.
Well, I mean, we want to continue to get the puck at him. I mean, we had a bad first period, and we certainly could play a lot better. We showed it in the second a little bit. I know it hasn't been one of our best games, but we got to go out and get this one. There's 2 points on the line here, and we got to go after it.
Very best of luck in the third period. And the Jacks will have a man advantage to put some more heat on J.C. Bergeron with 1:16 in the third period. Back upstairs, guys.
All right, Mike, we were talking about Tambura. He makes 2 big saves on Phoenix on this play before the Roadrunners do finally take a 4-2 lead.
Again, he got himself back a little bit in the net, in the middle of that paint. He's got to be up at the top of the paint. Maybe if he's at the top of the paint, the guy doesn't get a crack at that second rebound, and then in the ensuing goal.
That was Marchot's 15th. Now Jan Hrdina is going to get it back just 61 seconds later. And a nice shot by Jan Hrdina.
He really did thread that one right over the shoulder of Bergeron. He had nothing much to shoot at, and he beat him pretty good from up high.
Jeff Christian off the end boards on a shot that missed the net by Ian Moran. That got the Jacks tied at 4, and the Lumberjacks then take the 5-4 lead on Jack Callender's 6th goal of the season.
That's the one David McElwain was describing to us as Lambert gets the puck to McElwain behind the net. Jock's busted, he gets one, then he gets a second shot at it, and it just kind of goes under the arm of Bergeron.
Third period now underway. The Lumberjacks on the power play as the third period starts. This is Corey Foster at center ice. Hit a skate with that. But Tiershin gains control, and the Lumberjacks take over at their own blue line. Peter Allen now back in behind his own net. Trying to ward off a check. He was slashed to the ice. Peter gets up looking at referee Ian Walsh, but the Jacks do now tip it back into the Phoenix zone. Jacks have Jan Hrdina out there with Lauer and Christian again. Bouncing puck, Peter Allen back into his own zone, cut off the Phoenix player. That was Jason Morgan. And Corey Foster gains control. Foster sets up in behind his own net. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Jacks 0 for 5 with a man advantage. This is their 6th chance. Now off the boards on the right side. It deflects into the Phoenix zone. They clear it up the boards. Held into the line. That hit the linesman. Now the Lumberjacks trying to take advantage. Lauer with a shot. That was blocked in front. Good play by Mark Astley. And he got it ahead at center ice now. On the right wing, Ken McCray takes it wide now, and Corey Foster steps in behind the goal, trying to wrap it around. And a save there by Mike Tambura. He actually got around Ian Moran. And the Lumberjacks settle it down. Penalty time has expired, so the Jacks are at even strength, and they're 0 for 6 on the power play. Over on the left side, Jacks were changing up off the bench now. Lane Lambert got it ahead of McElwain. Trying to return the pass. Lambert pulls up in the circle far side. Laid it for McElwain. Took the shot. A save by Bergeron. He's going to hang on. Good give and go between McElwain and Lane Lambert, and a minute and 31 seconds into the third. Jacks looking for that 2-goal lead.
Well, getting off at the start of that third period with a power play, you want to create something, and they didn't really get anything going in the power play, but here's a nice give and go, as you mentioned. Bergeron standing up. Good shot, good play by the Lumberjacks to get this period started. Got to get some life here, but got to be careful that you don't create any opportunities or any odd man situations for the Phoenix Roadrunners.
Jacks 2 shots on the power play to start that third period. And now with Jock Callender in to take the draw. Lambert and McElwain up front with it. Face off on the far side of the Phoenix zone. We're just underway in the third. Jacks lead at 5-4. Jim Pack defensively for the Lumberjacks, along with Boutenshine into the corner on the far side. McElwain unable to gain control. Brad Kiley turns the other way. And Kiley stick handles out at center ice. Right wing pass up ahead that bounced away from the Phoenix player. Nemechek got to it in behind the goal. Loose puck still deep in the Cleveland zone. Now they play it back to the line. There's a shot well wide of the net. Off the end boards, McElwain chopped that ahead. Callender's no way going to be able to catch up to that. And Nemechek back into his own zone. Not far enough for an icing. Nemechek played it around the boards. Back down by Lane Lambert in the near side corner. Lambert trying to pull away. Dropped it back to the line. Now Boutenshine took the shot. That was blocked in front. Phoenix heads the other way. And it's center ice now. Chris Marinucci gave it up. Trying to get it to Grieve. Grieve along the boards on the near side is tied up in the Cleveland zone. Phoenix changing up on the fly as the Lumberjacks take it free. And Lane Lambert with a chance to clear his zone. Got it off the stick of Michel Mongeau. Going to the ice was McElwain. Now he'll step off the ice and make it in. And the Roadrunners rip it into the glove of Mike Tamburro. He played 2.5 minutes of the third period. Still 5-4 Lumberjacks. This will be an icing call as the Phoenix Roadrunners are back to touch, and the faceoff's going to come back into the Cleveland zone.
Lumberjacks have to be careful. They had a turnover right inside the Phoenix Roadrunners zone. Boutenshine didn't get the puck through, and you got to be careful. That puck's got to get in deep. You're only winning by 1 goal here.
New to the team this year, the Northern Ohio Pontiac Dealers. They're unveiling the all-new Pontiac Montana later this month. That's a rugged new breed of minivan from your Northern Ohio Pontiac dealer. Stay tuned to the second half of the season, too, for some opportunities to win some great prizes from your 49 Northern Ohio Pontiac dealers. And we're glad to have them aboard. 17:20 to go here in the third. Jacks up by a goal. But they cannot even think about trying to protect a 1-goal lead. They've got to still think offense. Ryan Bonnet comes in to take the faceoff in his own end. Now Dave McConaughey got a stick on that in behind his own goal. This is Peter Allen. Shovels it all the way down the ice. This missed everybody. This too will be an icing. And as Astley's back to touch, the whistle brings the faceoff all the way back into the Cleveland end again.
Clear face-off, and again, they were trying it for the long pass, but with Dave McCulloch out there, Dave doesn't have the speed he had years ago, and you got to be careful that that pass doesn't get intercepted coming out of the lane and they get a clear shot on goal.
Look at Rick Patterson behind the Lumberjack bench. He was none too happy about his team's performance Monday at Indianapolis. Jacks lost an 8-4 contest to the Indianapolis ice, and that was one of those games you want to forget as soon as it's over. Face-off one back to the line. Quick shot by Astley. Wide of that. Tipped there by McCray. Trying to put it on goal. Now he tried again to dump it back out in front. Corey Foster intercepts. Throws it around the boards, but not out. Phoenix able to keep it in. Now Foster in behind his own goal goes the other way. Dave McConaughey got a stick on that. Tipped it by the Phoenix player. And the Lumberjacks do finally play it under their bench and out of play. We get a timeout on the ice early here in the third. Jacks lead the Roadrunners 5-4 on the Jacks Hockey Network.
Winning depends on how far you dare to go. Victory requires talent, skill, and the determination to push to the limit. Living on the Edge is brought to you by Edge Shave Gel, because to win, you need the edge.
The Rocky Mountains battle man's attempt to climb 1,000 meters of sheer ice. The mountain fights with awesome power. In moments, a clear day becomes a brutal storm. With wind and snow, savage cold, and violent avalanches, the giant tries to shake off its tiny intruders. Every step must be precise, every movement planned. With one final push, you reach the top and conquer millions of years of crystal blue ice. Living on the Edge has been brought to you by Edge Shave Gel. Ultimate closeness, ultimate comfort, with 6 lubricants to help save your skin. That's the Edge.
The Jacks have had some great giveaways planned this year. We've got another one coming up. The Jacks Team Cap giveaway night, Friday, January 21st, 4th, against the Orlando Solar Bears. Stylish Jacks hat will be distributed to the first 7,500 fans. Tickets at Gund Arena, Ticketmaster, or you can call 241-5555. Here come the Jacks on the attack again. Eddie Patterson poked it by the man. Centering pass right up through the goal mouth. Out to the left point, Rick Hayward with a shot, and Bergeron made that save as Hayward bids for his third goal of the season. He went all last year without a goal. He's already got 2.
He had a couple of chances here earlier this evening, and there's a good shot right on goal. Again, Rick just wants to get the puck to the net, hoping for, if he doesn't get through, that there's going to be a rebound for one of his teammates that are, again, we got 3 Lumberjacks right at the corner of the crease.
Rick got a lot on that shot. Second on the team behind only Jeff Christian with 120 penalty minutes.
Rick played his junior hockey in Hull, Quebec in the junior league. He's originally from Toledo, Ohio.
And grew up playing minor hockey in the Detroit area. Now Hayward again, quick snapshot in on goal. The rebound out in front, trickles wide of the net. Bergeron scrambles back up. Patterson back to the line. Now Hayward dumps it back in behind the goal. On the near side corner, it's Brian Bonnet. Bonnet carries out of the circle, east end of the ice. And the Roadrunners force it out into the neutral zone. Jim Pack gave it up. Phoenix plays it back into their own end. And Nemechek takes over in behind his own goal. Hans Nemechek, as the Lumberjacks now get Brad Lauer out under the ice. Nemechek up the boards on the near side, cut off by Brad Lauer. Lauer got a stick on that. Now Eddie Patterson tried to jam it away from Nemechek. Loose puck along the near side board still, and now Jim Pack takes over. Gave it up to Bonnet. Bonnet tipped it into the zone, and then he goes for the change. We played about 4.5 minutes of the third period. Here comes Phoenix out of their own zone again. Lead pass. They had a man in behind the defense. That was Marinucci, but that play is going to be whistled down. I believe it's a 2-line pass, and actually it's an icing call. The face-off all the way back into the Phoenix zone.
One of the things we haven't discussed here, we keep talking about the Lumberjacks' problems in goal and how they all have developed, is that Patrick Lalime is the property of the Pittsburgh Penguins and up and doing very, very well with the Penguins.
As a matter of fact, Patrick Lalime, as of today, has been voted the NHL Rookie of the Year. Lalime with a 7-0-1 record, Rookie of the Month, I beg your pardon, in the NHL, the month of December. He won his 8th game last night, and boy, Patrick has just opened some eyes up in Pittsburgh.
Well, we've always liked the play of Patrick when he was here with the Lumberjacks, and we're very pleased and very happy for him that he's doing well in the National Hockey League.
It couldn't have happened to a better guy, too. Now the Roadrunners settle it down in their own zone. On the near side, Russo and Batyrshin. Played it ahead. Marinucci tried to dump it into the zone. Brent Grieve tied up there by Corey Foster. Grieve held off. Erdina plays it back in behind his own net, and Budenchuk throws it all the way down. That hit a stick, so it won't go for an icing. And Batyrshin back deep in his own zone. Jacks get Dave McElwain back out there with Jan Erdina and Jeff Christian, so the Jacks in the middle of the line change. Now Christian in front of his own bench. Starts back out. Erdina goes for the change. Christian dumps it in, and then he turns back. And the Lumberjacks complete that line change as they get McElwain and Lambert out. Actually, Callender and Lambert out from behind his own goal. Turnover. McElwain dumped it out in front, and Callender just failed to get a stick on that. Here's a look at how the Lumberjacks have taken this 5-4 lead. They're 0 for 6 in the power play. Phoenix 2 for 2, but the Jacks still have the 1-goal edge. Now it comes free. Here comes DiPietro on the attack. DiPietro tried to center the pass to Grieve. Grieve with 2 goals tonight. And it was in behind him. Here comes Callender now. Got Callender, stick handles to the Phoenix blue line. Shoveled it ahead, looking for McElwain. McElwain in behind the goal. Trying to get it free for Callender. Got a stick on that centering pass. Lambert never did get that loose puck out in front. And the Roadrunners do play it ahead. Mark Astley at center ice. He's got one man to beat. Got a man coming into the far side. Pulls up, threw it in front of the net. Deflected just wide of the goal. Now it's out into the crease and deflected again wide of the net. In behind his own goal. Now Rick Hayward in the corner. Plays it up the boards. Lambert couldn't catch up to that, but he does clear the zone. And McElwain goes to the Lumberjacks bench in favor of Dave McConaughey. Now picking that up at center ice is John Callender. In over the line, got it to McConaughey, turns, fired the shot off the leg. Callender aside of the man. He's got a man in front. It's Lambert now in behind the goal. Lambert left it there for McConaughey. McConaughey into the corner for Lambert. Tipped it alive for McConaughey, trying to return the pass. Out to the line, Jim Pack swept that. Back into the zone. In behind the goal, McConaughey is pinned in along the boards by Mark Astley, and Phoenix clears it all the way back into the neutral zone. With 13:15 to go here in the third. Still 5-4. We have not seen a goal here in the third period thus far. Now Jim Pack shoveled it past the Phoenix player. Reaches back for it. Now deep into the Phoenix zone in behind the goal. Final score out of Grand Rapids. Indianapolis picks up perhaps another 2 points on the Lumberjacks. They're 3 points up as the night begins, so now the Jacks need a victory to stay 3 points back. Quick shot wide of the net. In behind the goal, Brian Bonin now. Bonin trying to keep it alive. On the far side, Eddie Patterson dumped it out in front, looking for McConaughey. That deflection on the near side, and Phoenix clears it ahead. Roman Volpat got it out. On to the right side, it bounced away from the Phoenix player. He goes for a change, and the Jacks drop it back into their own zone. This is Corey Foster with 12.5 minutes to go in the third. Bouncing puck for Bonin. Bonin's got a man ahead of him. He got it there for Brad Lauer with a shot and a save by Bergeron. He got just enough of that. And Bergeron puts the glove on the side of his own net. It squirts free. Here comes Phoenix out of their own zone. Now Volpat plays it into the right corner. And Butenshot got tied up, but we got a penalty coming up, and I believe this is going to be against the Lumberjacks. A timeout on the ice, and we'll sort out these penalties when we return here on the Jacks Hockey Network.
Rainbow tortellini with marinara sauce. Spinach, linguine, and 4 cheese sauce.
You may have already tasted Olivieri fresh pasta and gourmet sauces. Olivieri, as good to cook as it is to serve.
Sun-dried tomato pesto sauce on angel hair pasta.
All right, everybody, to the kitchen!
Olivieri, as good as it gets.
Meet America's sweethearts when the Jacks welcome the world-famous Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders to Gund Arena. Friday, January 31st, the cheerleaders will perform and sign autographs. Tickets are on sale now at Gund Arena or at Ticketmaster. And here's a look at Eddie Patterson in for slashing. And this, Bob, was behind the play.
What's behind the play? And that's a penalty that coaches just get so frustrated at. You got to bide your time.
Off the faceoff, it squirts out in front. Tamburo put the glove on that. Phoenix, 2 for 2 on the power play, is going to get their third power play chance. With the success that they've had thus far tonight, Jacks are playing with fire here.
Well, we talked about that the Lumberjacks didn't want to take a needless penalty, and I think Eddie, if he had the option, he would not have chosen to take that slash and take a penalty here at this time.
Downer in to take the draw against Michel Mongeau. They play it back to the line. It splits the defenseman or the 2-point man and back into the Phoenix end. So with 12 minutes left here in the third period, Phoenix on the power play for the third time tonight. Heads back out. Brad Tiny gave it up. Here's Dave McElwain, short-handed the other way. McElwain moving in, shoots, he scores! Dave McElwain scores to give the Lumberjacks the 6-4 lead, and that's the 10th short-handed goal. The Phoenix Roadrunners have allowed this year. They lead the league in that category.
Boy, I'll tell you what, when you're a defenseman and you're playing at this level, you don't want to be the last man with the puck and create this. Dave McElwain going all alone. Dave McElwain, experienced player, playing the National Hockey League. You don't give him too many opportunities. He just goes in, makes a little move right between the legs of J.C. Bergeron.
It's going to be an unassisted goal for Dave McElwain, short-handed. And for the Lumberjacks this year, that's going to be the Jacks' 6th short-handed goal of the season. 8-12 is going to be the time of the unassisted short-handed goal for the Lumberjacks McElwain. And the Jacks now have scored 4 unanswered goals and have taken the 6-4 lead. Dave McElwain's first goal since the 22nd of December. And the Lumberjacks now still short-handed for another minute 27. Deep into their own zone. Corey Foster ripped it around the boards. Got away from the point man. Jeff Christian poked it ahead. He's got Lane Lambert out in front. Christian couldn't catch up to it. As Phoenix settles it down back in behind their own goal. Minute 14 left in this power play for the Phoenix Roadrunners. The penalty time to Eddie Patterson. And manning the puck up at center ice. Get it to Brent Grieve. He plays it in behind Tamburo. Now Jim Pack in the corner. Shoveled it up the boards. Jacks can't clear. Now Jim Pack failed to get a stick on that. Phoenix keeps it alive. A centering pass. DiPietro gave it up at the side of the net. Loose puck on the far side. Brent Grieve made it back into the corner. Roadrunners set it up again. Back to the DiPietro. His shot back down in front. Still loose, and the Jacks chop it off the boards and all the way back into the Phoenix end. With 40 seconds left in the Eddie Patterson penalty. Jacks up by 2 with 10:45 to go in the third. They get it ahead to Brent Reed. Too far in front of him, Rick Patterson. Swept it away. Now Brad Lauer in his own zone. On the near side, Peter Allen ripped it up the ice. All the way back in behind the goal, chasing Bergeron. Left it in behind his own net. Here comes Brad Tiley. Tiley on the right side. He got it to Astley. Gains the Cleveland zone. Pulls up top right circle. Dropped it back to the lines. Phoenix dumped it out in front. Loose puck there and knocked down by Peter Allen. The Lumberjacks unable to clear now. Back to the line. They play it into the circle on the far side. Centering pass looking for Tiley. He failed to control that. Penalty expired. Eddie Patterson back into the play, but Phoenix still has control now. McCray turns, fires it right to the goal mouth. And it comes up the boards and out center ice. With 10 minutes to go now in the third period, Jacks now up by 2. And McCray deep into his own zone to play. And McCray out at center ice. Worked his way by Dave McConaughey and backhands that into the right corner. Butenschot got his stick on it first. Jacks unable to clear. Richard Park couldn't find it. Now Butenschot pins in his man along the board. Squirts loose in behind the net. Tomlinson dumped it the other way, trying to get it to McCray. It bounced away from him. McConaughey on the far side. Out center ice. Hit Eddie Patterson with a skate. All right. The back of the skate with that. And Phoenix ripped it right back into the zone. 9.5 minutes to go in the third. Now Richard Park back in behind the net to Butenschot. Jacks are in no hurry here. Down to the near side, Jim Pack tipped that out center ice, trying to get it to Patterson. That's broken up. And Soulier dumped it wide of the Cleveland goal. First one there to get to it is Morgan in the corner on the far side. Now Morgan had control. It was poked away from him. Near side, Patterson cleared it up the boards, not out, but it bounces to Richard Park. Here comes Park. Patterson hit, got a high stick up high. Now Richard Park pulls up in the corner near side. Park in the circle. Penalty coming up against Phoenix on the delayed call. Eddie Patterson dropped it back to the line. Stepping around him and is Peter Allen. Rick wide pass. Shot. Goes wide of the net. Now as Phoenix touches up, we get a whistle and a penalty coming up. The Lumberjacks going on the power play. When we return, it's 6-4 Jacks on the Jacks Hockey Network.
McCain changed potatoes into crispy bite-sized taters.
It's McCain tasty taters.
Bite-sized taters, crispy and golden brown on the outside. Crispy, so they lock in all that tender potato flavor you love.
You'll love the crispy flavor in our bite-sized taters.
McCain tasty taters in crispy bite-sized tater flavors. Cheese, regular, or Cajun.
We'll beat the flavor in our bite-sized taters.
McCain tasty taters, crispy flavor in a bite-sized tater.
This is my idea of a challenge. So when I took the high endurance challenge from Old Spice, that's what I thought I was getting into. What I got was a sure thing. High endurance deodorant. It evaporates less quickly than the leading stick. It also lasts longer and protects better. Old Spice even guarantees it. Or call 1-800-PROVE-IT and they'll buy you a stick of yours. So if you're looking for a real challenge, the sky's the limit. If you're looking for the best deodorant, try high endurance from Old Spice. Because now you've got proof. And a guarantee.
See the Jacks take on the Grand Rapids Griffins February 2nd at Gund Arena. One of the first 7,500 fans, and receive the Peak at Marymount player postcard set. Then stay after the game for the Target Team Photo Day with all your favorite Lumberjack players on the main concourse. Tickets are on sale now. Face off in the circle on the near side. The Lumberjacks back in the power play for the 7th time tonight. They're 0 for 6 as Soulier is off for slashing. 11-20. Gallagher is up front with McConaughey and McElwain. Foster and Peter Allen are the points. Now McElwain dropped it back to the right side. Foster took the shot through traffic out in front, and Bergeron made the save, never even saw it. In behind the goal. Phoenix trying to gain control now. Squirts loose, McElwain into the corner. Plays it back out to the point. Foster faked the shot on the other side. Allen shot wide of the net off the end boards. Dave McConaughey just failed to get to it. It's cleared up and by Peter Allen. Here comes Phoenix back the other way. Now into the zone is Morgan. He's checked off the ice. Or checked off the puck. And the Lumberjacks coming back out of their own zone. Up through the middle, Dave McElwain, right wing pass Gallagher, back to McElwain to the circle. That turns in the corner, plays it back to Corey Foster. Shot saved, rebound, out in front, another shot, what a save by J.C. Bergeron on Dave McConaughey. It's still loose, and Dave McConaughey was stoned by J.C. Bergeron right on the doorstep.
Well, you've got three guys that go right to the net in McKillick, Jock Callender, and McElwain, they go right to the net. And this is where it all happens. Some good playing here. Good tip by Jock Callender, and that shot from the point. Dave McKillick again standing in front. And Bergeron makes a good play on that. Covers it up well, but again, Dave McKillick standing right in front.
You said the tip. This was a great tip attempt by Callender. Then he dumped it right back out in front. How many times have these guys teamed up, though, on a play like that?
Well, I'm sure that's why Coach Patterson has them out there together, because he knows that Dave McKillick is going to park himself in front of the net.
You saw McKillick and Callender back onto the bench. The Lumberjacks have Lauer, Herdina, and Christian out. And they have combined for 3 goals here tonight. Here comes Phoenix out of their own zone. Down a man for another minute. Into the Cleveland end, now out of the circle far side. Michel Angel tried to step around the man. He's dumped to the ice. Loose puck into the corner on the far side. Now the Lumberjacks gain control and bring it out. Foster quickly ahead of the right wing. It's Jeff Christian. Christian stick handles it over the Phoenix line. Drop pass Foster the other side now. Yonder Dina centering pass, and Christian scores. And the Lumberjacks, a power play goal, take the 7-4 lead.
That's as pretty a goal as you're going to see at any level of hockey. Movement on the puck, guys driving to the net. And a nice open net goal by Jeff Christian. We've certainly got to look at this one again, because there's about 4 hockey players who touched this puck coming down the ice.
Herdina and Foster, I believe, will get the assist. Foster at the point. Rink wide to Herdina. He made a quick pass the other way, and Christian buried it for his second goal of the game, his 19th of the season at 7-4.
Jeff Christian just makes a great play here going to the net, but Jan Herdina in the lineup after missing 6 games has certainly helped the offense here with the Cleveland Lumberjacks. The kid just creates opportunities for his teammates.
3 shots on that power play. That's the Lumberjacks' first power play goal of the night. They're 1 for 7. But boy, Jeff Christian, Jan Herdina, Brad Lauer, that line, albeit this time on the power play, have really cashed in. And the Jacks have scored 5 straight times. Another centering pass just wide of the Cleveland goal. And now it's cleared all the way down the ice. This will be an icing call against the Jacks. With 6:54 left here in the 3rd period, the Jacks now with a 3-goal lead, and they should be in good shape.
Well, they certainly come back after falling down 4-2, and now getting the next 5 goals. They've certainly lit it up here tonight. You know, these 2 teams go back at it tomorrow afternoon at 12:30. What a quirk in the schedule. There's an NBA basketball game here tomorrow evening. The reason for that game at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon.
Boy, Rick Patterson and the Lumberjack fans, I think, have been waiting for this team to break out offensively for quite a while. On paper, there are very few IHL teams that can throw this much talent out there, and it's been a mystery why they've had trouble scoring goals.
Well, they all got cold at the same time, unfortunately. It's not as if they weren't trying. They were creating some opportunities, and then they got a little worried about their goaltending situation, and that took some of the fire out of it.
And the floodgates are open as the Jacks now have scored 7 times. Up ahead on the far side. Julier brings it into the zone, trying to step around Rick Hayward. He just dumped him with a good left hand to the jaw. Hayward got away with that. Referee Ian Walsh was in behind him. And the Lumberjacks chop it up the boards and all the way down the ice. And the Lumberjacks change up on the fly. And it's Phoenix back into their own zone. They get it ahead to Morgan. Morgan stripped to the puck now. Jacks have it. Lane Lambert's got a man in front coming late. Callender in the circle with a shot and a save and a rebound. Bounced away from Dave McElwain. Along the board to the far side now. DiPietro carries it out center ice. 6 minutes to go in the 3rd. DiPietro faked the shot. Now trying to go wide on Butenschon. Butenschon forced him wide into the corner. Good play by Sven Butenschon. And the Lumberjacks take over at center ice now. Lane Lambert. Lambert failed to get by Vatirshin, and he dumps it deep into the zone. Phoenix there to get it. Now they give it up. McElwain centering pass. Couldn't get it to Lambert. And Phoenix heads back the other way. Brent Green, he's got 2 goals tonight. He's cut off by the Lumberjack defenseman. That's Corey Foster. On the near side, Lane Lambert tied up with a Phoenix player. Got it 3 side of the net. DiPietro with a shot. That hit a man in front. Still a bouncing puck out in front. DiPietro again, and a save by Mike Tamburo. DiPietro in the slot. 5:17 to go in the period. On the far side, the Lumberjacks trying to tip it out center ice, and it bounces away from Jock Callender. Big save by Tamburo, though, to keep this momentum the Lumberjacks way.
He came out, saw the puck, came right out at it, and made a good glove save. That's the type of goaltending the Lumberjacks need.
Peter Allen rings it around the boards, knocked down to the far side. Jan Herdina got a stick on that. That failed to break through center ice. We get a whistle and a timeout on the ice. Under 5 minutes to go now in the third. It's 7-4 Cleveland on the Jags Hockey Network.
Dave here.
Dave, it's your old colleague, congested head here.
Gee, watery eyes. Runny nose, Dave. Try me again in 12 hours.
Contact-C's tiny time pills are different sizes. The smallest ones go to work fast. Others release later for 12 hours of proven relief.
12 hours? We'll talk. In your dreams.
Try fast-acting, extra-strength Contact-C and put your cold on hold.
What is this color anyway?
I think it used to be blue.
We need something that covers well, and it has to be durable.
We had a lot of questions.
We found out from a neighbor that every can of Beauty Tone is covered by this no-quibble guarantee.
Quibble. I love that word.
We needed sandpaper, primer, stepladder, a bunch of stuff for cleanup. What else?
Coveralls?
Home hardware, health is close to home.
Every night we pick a Farmers Insurance save of the game. This is as good as any on a scoring chance by Paul DiPietro high in the slot. And Mike Tambura came out to greet him.
Well, that's what happens right here. He comes right out to the top of the paint and gets a good glove save on that. And that's the kind of goaltending. That's what Patterson wants.
Lumberjacks still with a 3-goal lead. 4:40 to go now in the third period. And the Jacks about to snap a 5-game winless streak. 0-4-1 in the last 5. Over the last 4 games, remember, the Jacks have been outscored 17-8, but they seem to have figured this out. Jacks have been outscored, or have outscored Phoenix 5-2, and outshot them since the first period. And pretty big, too. Now Vopat in behind his own goal. Along the boards on the far side, kept in at the line by the Lumberjacks. Jim Paxton flying. Plays it back in behind the net. Jeff Christian in behind the goal. He wants more. He's had 4 points tonight. That ties his season single game high. He's had 2 goals and 2 assists tonight. Jeff Christian's got to be your #1 star of the game as Phoenix brings it in offside. And the faceoff just outside the Cleveland blue line.
A little under 4 minutes to go in this hockey game. The Lumberjacks don't want to give the Phoenix any reason to win this hockey game, and they don't want to give them any reason to be upset coming in here tomorrow. Let's just keep the clock moving, keep the puck moving, get this game over with.
Saw Dave McKinnick there lining up for the faceoff of the far boards. Suffered torn knee ligaments on November the 1st against Quebec. And here's a hello from Buzz to our friends in Canada watching along TSN.
And I certainly would hear from people if I didn't say hello to Sudbury, Ontario. More importantly, Falconbridge and Garson. That's where my wife and I are from. Home of a lot of NHL and hockey players.
Look at this. The goaltending stick has been brought over by the free Ian Walsh, and I think Robbie Laird's pulling out all the stop. I think this is a stick check on the goaltenders. I have not seen that this year yet.
Well, you wonder why he's doing it in this hockey game. It's 7-4. Your team is not playing all that well defensively. You got a game tomorrow afternoon. Why wouldn't he save it for tomorrow?
Well, we've seen a lot of stick checks on normal sticks. I've not seen one on a goaltender. And in the NHL, and this trickles down to the IHL, they're paying particular attention now to all the goaltenders' equipment.
Well, what they're measuring on the goaltender stick here is the width of the blade. The width of the blade of the stick.
And you're getting a good look at it. This is good camera work by our crew.
And again, I wonder, how does this happen? This is your home building, unless someone a player on the Phoenix team knows Tambura.
It's illegal. Rick Patterson looks down the bench at Tambura with kind of an amazed look on his face.
He said, and you know what else he's telling him? I don't have another stick. I don't have another stick.
Well, Tammy there, you can see him standing at just outside the bench. He's going to have to come get another one.
But he's going to have to use Paul Craik, the backup goaltender tonight's stick, and hopefully Paul Craik's sticks are of legal.
Well, I agree with you. How does Robbie Laird know to check for that, though?
Well, someone, of course, either had a Tamburo stick, or they've just. Robbie Laird is an ex-goaltender, as I told you, and he still probably has that keen eye. I'm really reaching for it, aren't
you really are. I was going to let you go with that. But
forget that one.
Well, Tamburo's got a new piece of lumber. It's not his own, but... And Robbie Laird has chalked up one here as he put his team on the power play with just under 4 minutes to go. Is that a Roadrunner? Yes, it is. Okay, good, Buzz. Okay. Now the Lumberjacks shorthanded. Now pick it up and clear it down the ice. Jacks do have a shorthanded goal by Dave McElwain, his 13th goal of the year. One of 2 Jack goals here in the third period. They have scored 5 straight times after Phoenix took a 4-2 lead. Now it's ripped at center ice, deep into the Cleveland zone, around the boards on the near side. Phoenix into play. Bouncing puck to Cray to the side of the net. Tamburo for some reason kept it alive. And Calendar in the corner on the far side with a chance to clear. He plays it high into his own bench, and that'll keep the faceoff in the Cleveland zone. Faceoff will be in the circle. Back on the far side to the right of Mike Tamburo. Jack ticket plan still available for the 96-97 season, including the popular Flex 22. That's the convenience of a ticket plan with the flexibility to use your tickets when you want to use them, and CIHL games when you want. The Flex 22 also guarantees you seats to Jack's home playoff games. Call 420-0000 for information. Let's look at Claude Scott, the happy trumpeter, part of the crowd here tonight. 3:22 to go in the third period. Jacks still up by 3. Clear it to the line, but not out. Quick shot all the way through, and a save by Tamburo. And the rebound off the stick of a Phoenix player into the corner. Brent Breed deep into the zone. As into the side of the net, it's chopped away from him. Jack's unable to gain control yet. Now Jim Pack got a stick, and that Calendar finally fires it down to the ice. With 3 minutes to go now in regulation time. And this one will not be headed to a shootout, as the Lumberjacks about to snap that 4-game losing streak and 5-game skid without a victory. Dave McPilek is serving the penalty for Mike Tamburo, by the way. Quick shot from the right point. That hit a skate out in front. Tamburo is upended. He scrambles to his feet. He's lost his goal stick. Well, the Lumberjacks bring it out at center ice. Tamby's got the lumber again with 40 seconds to play in the power play. Jack sends it deep into the zone, and both teams change up on the fly now. Out from behind his own goal. Astley got it headed center ice, intercepted there by Christian. Christian left it there for Peter Allen. He shoveled it back into the zone. And Phoenix, with little left, come out at center ice. Steve McKenna fires into the far corner. Rick Hayward races to it. Phoenix got there first. In behind the goal, Dave Tomlinson tried to turn away from a check, and Lane Lambert backhands that to the line. It does come out. 9 seconds left in the Tamburo penalty. 2 minutes to go in the third period. On the near side, Astley fires that into the zone, knocked down by Rick Hayward. Man out of the box is McConaughey. Here comes Lane Lambert, 3-on-1. Lambert over the line. Lambert took the shot and was knocked down by the defenseman. Eddie Patterson on the far board. Got to it, kept it alive, but Phoenix intercepts, heads the other way. Dave Tomlinson into the zone. Dave Tomlinson into the circle on the far side. It's knocked down in behind the goal. Phoenix trying to gain control, and the Lumberjacks are going to skate out with it. Here comes Lane Lambert again. Off the right wing. Lead pass over to McConaughey. McConaughey breaking in with a shot. He fired it just wide of the net. He had a man braked all over him. McConaughey stood up in the corner on the near side. Minute 22 to play here in the third. McConaughey in the circle. Left it there for Patterson. Patterson unable to get away from a check. And the Roadrunners tip it ahead on the left wing. Here comes Mike Hudson. Mike Hudson cut off by Jim Pack on a good play. And Eddie Patterson clears his zone. Just over a minute now to go here in the contest. The Lumberjacks 7-4 lead the Phoenix Roadrunners. And here come the Jacks onto their own zone. Brian Bonnet looking for more. Bonnet stick handles around the man, moving in with a shot. He never did get it on goal. Out of the corner, it's gloved by Bergeron with 49 seconds left. We get a whistle and a stoppage of play. Pretty good third period by the Lumberjacks. They come in with a 1-goal lead and score the only 2 goals of the period. Our next TV game coming up this weekend. Sunday in Cincinnati, the Jacks take on the Cincinnati Cyclones. That is a 6 o'clock face-off here on Fox Sports Pittsburgh and Sports Channel. We hope you'll be tuned in. And the Lumberjacks have one more game before that. That's right back here at Gunn Arena tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow afternoon, another hockey game, and as we said, the Lumberjacks have, from about the second half of that second period on, have really taken control of this hockey game.
Back to the line, Pack shot, hit a skate in front. Richard Park now plays it back to the line. Pack again into the corner. Park tried to one-time that from a bad angle. In behind the goal, it bounced away from Jeff Christian. 35 seconds to play in the contest. And the loose puck picked up by Morgan. He plays it into the corner in his own zone. Now Solier got it out to the line, and it does trickle out center ice. Jim Pack has it. Jacks are about to win their 18th game of the year. They'll stay 3 points back at Indianapolis. Indy a winner over Grand Rapids tonight. And so the Jacks 3 points out of first place in the Central Division. Up ahead it comes to Roman Vopat. One last chance for the Roadrunners. Vopat banned on his shot attempt. 7 seconds left. Foster in behind his own goal, and he sends it all the way down the ice. That'll do it. The horn will sound, and the Lumberjacks finally end that 5-game skid. They were 0-4-1 coming into the contest and beat the Phoenix Roadrunners with the last 5 goals of the contest. Good come-from-behind effort by the Lumberjacks as they surround Mike Tamburo, and the Jacks skate off with a 3-goal victory. Final score 7-4 Cleveland. We'll take a break and come back with more here at Gund Arena after this on the Jacks Hockey Network.
It's the perfect tape for curlers of all levels. Former world and Olympic champion Linda Moore, former Canadian men's champion Ray Turnbull, combined to bring you 3 unique instructional tapes. The Curling Mechanics shows the proper method for 3 different deliveries, featuring 96 Canadian and women's world champion Kim Gillard, 96 Canadian men's and world champion Jeff Stoughton. They'll show you how to hit the broom and the proper way to sweep, the strategy of the game, the styles of play, why you put the stone where you do, when to be offensive, when to be defensive, everything you need to understand and call the perfect game. As well, Jeff Stoughton's top 10 curling tips, a viewer's guide for curlers and fans of the game, how the ice is made, terminology used, how to understand what's being said on TV. It's the video for beginner and expert alike. Here's how to order Curling with Linda and Ray. Simply call 1-800-454-8888. 1, 2, or 3 tapes, 1-800-454-8888. Please allow 4 to 6 weeks for delivery.
Welcome back to the newsroom. I'm Rod Smith. The drive for 5 is still alive. Team Canada faced Russia in the semifinal of the World Hockey Championship in Switzerland. And Boyd Devereaux, the man of the hour, 10 minutes left. It's tied at 2. Devereaux pots the winner right there for Canada. That was his second of the game, and it sends Canada into the gold medal game for the 5th straight year. Canada over the Russians. Final 3-2 in that one. They had to kill off a 5-minute major in the 3rd period to boot. Also, the United States defeated the Czech Republic by a score of 5-2, and that sets up this final, and we'll have it for you on TSN tomorrow. The United States against Canada. In Group A, they met in the round robin. It wound up tied at 4. We'll have that one 12:30 Eastern Time, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, right here.
Hey, Annie.
Hi.
Love the hat.
I need it. My hair's a disaster. Look at my dandruff.
That's easy to take care of with the right shampoo. Here.
With ordinary shampoo, flakes can come back, but Head & Shoulders helps eliminate dandruff and stop flakes before they even start, so you may never see flakes again. And your hair.
My hair looks great. Thanks.
Don't forget your hat.
Who needs it?
Head & Shoulders, because great hair can't have flakes.
Final score 7-4. The Lumberjacks beat the Roadrunners, and our Mike DePasquale is standing by downstairs with a winning goaltender, Mike Tamburo. Mike?
Well, a big night for Mike Tamburo. Mike, after the first period, Coach Rick Patterson said you truly played like a rookie, having some problems, but the second and third periods, you grew up a little bit and played like a veteran between the pipes.
Well, it's been kind of a year like that for me. You know, it seems like I can go out there and make a few big saves, but then letting a soft one, kind of a rookie jinx, or I don't know what it is out there, but tonight, I mean, letting a couple soft ones in the first, but I mean, you got to give my guys credit. They went out there and they just worked hard all night, and they didn't let anything phase them there. I mean, we got a real veteran, experienced squad out there, and you know, they just they fought all night long.
After the second period, assistant coach Perry Gancher said defensively he wanted to bear down, and it seemed like you got some help from the defense.
Well, definitely in the second and third period, seemed like you know, all their shots are coming from the perimeter. You know, maybe as opposed to the first period where they had a couple guys open around the grade A area, but like I said, our guys really buckled down after the first, and it was smooth. It was smooth sailing for me.
You pick up a win. You turn away 32 shots, but the big question a lot of people are wondering right now is, what about the stick? What happened out there?
Well, I guess what happened was the blade of the stick was a little too wide, and the guys let me hear it there when I cruised by the bench. It's going to cost me $50, the team fine. So. you know, we killed off the penalty, so, you know, I don't feel too bad.
I don't think you can even measure it, guys, how much the stick was wide. But, Mike, great game, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
Back to work tomorrow, guys. Phoenix in town at 12:30 here at the Gun. Back upstairs, guys.
And a big win for Mike Tamburo as he helps put a halt to that Lumberjack skid. Big game for him.
Well, a big game for Mike Tamburo. You got to be real proud of the kid coming back. He did have a little shaky start, but he hung in there, made some big saves at the end. He made the saves when they were needed to be made.
And we told you the Lumberjacks have been waiting to break out offensively. Bob, it finally happened here tonight.
Well, again, give credit, as Mike said, they're a veteran hockey club. They didn't panic. They were down 4-2. They came right back. Herdina did, got that third goal, and then it was all Lumberjacks the rest of the way.
Let's take a look at our all-sport play of the game. It's going to be the goal that really is the game winner. This gave the Lumberjacks their first lead of the game. It's a Jock Callender goal, his 6th of the season, and some good work.
Good work by Lane Lambert and Dave McElwain to get the puck to Jock. And we talk about Jock Callender. He's a veteran player. He uses his reach, he uses his legs, and he goes to the net extremely well. Jock's not going to beat you from 20 or 30 feet out. He's going to beat you in that 5-foot perimeter.
Our all-sport play of the game, the goal by Jock Callender to give the Jacks their first lead of the night, and the Jacks end up scoring the last 5 of the contest. Take a look at our Revco scoring summary, our third period scoring summary. You can see it was all the Lumberjacks in the third period. In the past, the Lumberjacks have taken leads to the third period lately and have tried to protect them, gone into a shell. They didn't do that tonight.
No, they didn't. They were putting a lot of pressure on the Phoenix Roadrunners, recognizing that the Roadrunners are having some problems, and why not jump on them when they're down? And that's what the sign of a good hockey club. And they've just got to keep it going. They've got to keep the momentum going. They've got a tough road to go here this last half of the season.
We said the Phoenix Roadrunners might be good medicine for the Lumberjacks. That proved to be the case as the Jacks score the last 5 goals of the game and won it 7-4. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with more of our post-game show here at Gund Arena in Cleveland on the Jacks Hockey Network.
Hey, Annie.
Hi.
Love the hat.
I need it. My hair's a disaster. Look at my dandruff.
That's easy to take care of with the right shampoo. Here.
With ordinary shampoo, flakes can come back, but Head & Shoulders helps eliminate dandruff and stop flakes before they even start, so you may never see flakes again. And your hair.
My hair looks great. Thanks.
Don't forget your hat.
Who needs it?
Head & Shoulders, because great hair can't have flakes.
Peter Dixon, Esquire.
Marilyn Fine, Esquire.
Meet the Esquire collection.
Nancy Fisher, Esquire.
Michael Davidson,
Esquire.
A line of fashionable Swiss watches designed for Canadians as individual as you are, starting at $80.
Kingy Carpenter, Esquire.
Mark Falkenberg, Esquire.
Sasha Darling, Esquire.
Dave Anja, Esquire.
Esquire watch. It has your name on it.
Michael Bonaccini, Esquire.
A big 3-goal victory for the Lumberjacks over the Phoenix Roadrunners. 7-4 the final score, and the Jacks do come up big in the third period. We've got to pick a Mr. Hustle Award winner, and not hard to figure out who should get this because Jeff Christian had himself a whale of a night tonight.
Jeff Christian, as we've said before, he is the leader of this hockey club, and he takes the club, takes the game, and he works hard every time he's on the ice. And this goal right here, he's driving to the net, he's on his forehand, he gives a little pivot, and he puts it in the open corner. That was a pretty goal all the way around by everybody that was on the ice.
Around the country, around the world, nobody delivers like the U.S. Postal Service, the official courier of the Cleveland Lumberjacks. Well, again, the Lumberjacks, we said, went down 4-2, and this looked like it was going to be a long night, but they certainly got it turned around offensively.
Well, they came out and they put a lot of pressure on the Phoenix Roadrunners, but what happens sometimes is things don't work out the way you want them. And quite honestly, and Mike Tamburo admitted, he felt he let in a couple of soft goals to get his team in trouble. But the veteran players that the Lumberjacks have kept coming back and played an extremely good second-half hockey game here this evening.
In low-scoring games, those soft goals are hard to overcome. It wasn't so much a problem for the Lumberjacks tonight. Let's take a look at our stats, our final stats here, our Ohio Lottery by the numbers. You can look at I think the thing that really hits you here is the power play numbers. Jacks only 1 for 7. They won this despite their difficulties on the power play.
Well, again, we talked about the number of minutes they had on the power play, but they were moving the puck real well. Hey, you got to give Dave McElwain credit. He scored that 6th goal and a shorthanded goal. That was certainly a big goal for the Lumberjacks.
Indeed it was. And the Phoenix Roadrunners had played fairly well of late. They were 2-2-1 coming in. Again, they had played 500 hockey under Robbie Laird since he took over again behind the bench. And now they're a game under 500 behind Laird. And these two teams go.
He just did not play well. He said he wasn't in great shape, so he's down in Roanoke
hopefully getting back in better shape and come back and contribute to that hockey team.
Let's send it down to the ice, and Rob Dobson and Dauber so far up. 9:17 left to go in the first. Looks like the Arrows have stuck to their game plan.
Yeah, I think we have in a bit, and in one way, Adam. The other thing is, I think this pace of the contest thus far really favors Manitoba. You know, you've got them coming in with their third game in 3 nights, us off a long stretch of sort of vacation time, and it's important for us to pick the pace up a little bit. You know, we talked about wanting to run them down as the game goes on and how important the third period was going to be, but at this pace, it seems to go the other way. They really aren't. We aren't forcing as much as we like down low and really forcing them to work down there, and I think thus far it sort of favors them more than us.
Thank you very much. A scoreless hockey game, though, and puck controlled by Houston. Here is Steve Jakes. He'll shoot it up the boards for Freer. He was met by Chris Talk. Arrows trying to clear it. Puck did come out. And now Al May getting in the middle of things, and some pushing and shoving going on right now.
Fancy that Al May would be over there with Al Conroy, very physical players.
Oh, he's hitting him in the head.
Well, it looks like the cooler heads have prevailed here. And they will separate. 9:07 to go first period. A scoreless hockey game. The Arrows in a bit of a skein at home at 0-3-1. Would like to turn things around, but tell you what, the Arrows are off to Las Vegas tomorrow. They will play the Thunder, trying to go for 10 straight on the road. And the record in the IHL is 12, done by the Peoria Rivermen, so the Arrows could conceivably tie the IHL record if they were to go 3-0 on the road trip.
Well, and that's the third longest streak ever in the IHL right now, and they'd love to tie it. The one player, Al Conroy, would be key to that. And I got a funny story about Al Conroy. You talk about hard worker. Al Conroy in the summertime always had summer jobs at him, roofing, tree planting. I had the pleasure roofing with him one year. Hot tar roofing, Medicine Hat, Alberta. Yeah, and the only thing I didn't understand was I was up on the roof with the hot tar. He drove the garbage truck.
Here's a giveaway score! Chris Contos. Mike Hurlbut lost control of the puck. It was right there for Contos to pick up. I don't know if Hurlbut took his eye off the puck or what. And Contos buried it. And the Moose get the first goal of the game. They lead it 1-0. This was on a 4-on-4 situation after Chris Contos and Jeff Loader went to the box.
Well, we were just talking about garbage. This puck ends up just getting left by Mike Hurlbut, and look who jumps on it. Chris Contos puts it 5-hole on Frederick Chabot.
Puck goes down, and an icing call coming up as Eric Dubois to touch it will take a timeout. 1-0. The Moose lead it on the 12th of the year from Contos. We're back.
You can tell which house has the Vicks NyQuil and which doesn't. Bob and Fred both came home coughing, sneezing, stuffy, aching all over. Bob's house had a cold medicine which only relieves his stuffiness and aching, while Fred's home had Vicks NyQuil. It does the work of an antihistamine, decongestant, pain reliever, and cough medicine. So unlike Bob, Fred gets more complete relief. So he gets the rest he needs. That's the restful plus of Vicks NyQuil. It's the cold relief you want to come home to. Vicks NyQuil.